Something happened during COVID. You investing in a particular company, in a crypto company. Vault.
Yes.
What happened? उसका repercussion क्या था उसके बाद? Did it fizzle out very easily, or did it take time? Did you have a negative repercussion on it?
This is something that I've never stated in any podcast because I didn't think that I was...
3 internet skills that essentially every 20-year-old should learn in today's time and age. What would those be?
If you have these 3 skills, you are set.
At 39, you were broke. Really?
Very simple. All of my savings until that point, I had put it into my own startup nearby.
But you didn't have any other investment at
I
39?
did not have any.
What are you
other,
saying?
Nothing. I was so stupid that I'd put all of my money into...
But no FDs as well.
FD तो मैंने जिंदगी.
Of course.
ये सवाल यही trick question.
How much do you charge per reel?
Think if I'm not wrong, it's...
Do ever people tell you कि यार ये क्या ज्ञान दे रहा है, तो चुप हो जाना भाई. Ankur, thank you so much for doing. This is the 100th episode of the Chill Hour. Thank you so much for being a part of the 100th episode.
Thank you so much, man. Thank you for having me, and thank you for giving me the space to be on the 100th episode. It's always wonderful to see such consistency.
Why were you like 100th ही करना है? Why not 98th? Why not
नहीं ऐसा नहीं है,
200?
मतलब एक 100 is just an easy number to commit to. लेकिन इतने सारे लोग लिखते हैं कि we started this new podcast or we are in the journey of doing it, or we're thinking of doing it, and we would love to have you. And I personally have benefited so much from being consistent in life than picking up something and getting excited about it. क्योंकि शुरुआत में ना excitement होना बहुत आसान होता है and बहुत fervor होता है, बहुत जुनून होता है, तो थोड़ी बहुत शिद्दत भी शुरू में आ जाती है. But to persist through all of that, and you exactly know how that journey is intensely hard. बहुत मुश्किल होता है. There are low days, there are days where you are like questioning why you're even doing what you're doing. So I know that if somebody has gone through that journey of at least 100 episodes, they have seen all the highs and lows and still are at it. So it's a very easy thing for me to say कि 100 episode अगर आपको लगता है कि मैं अभी भी valid हूँ, relevant हूँ, bring me in and sign me up. Like you don't even have to give me any update. You don't have to share any numbers. You don't have to give me any performance metric. I really do not care. I respect you for the fact that you've done 100. And that's why I only sign up.
And this is for any other people, any other person, any other creator out there.
Any other. चाहे वो बड़े से बड़ा हो, छोटे से छोटा हो. My only question is कितने episodes release हुए हैं, मैं कहाँ उनको देख सकता हूँ. And if अगर 100 नहीं हुए हैं तो मुझे 100 पे बुला लीजिएगा, मैं बिल्कुल हाजिर हो जाऊँगा.
Why are you so keen on doing podcasts?
I'm actually not keen on doing podcasts. I am very
Thanks.
I'm very rarely on podcasts. So if you'll see, there are very few that I've done.
Yeah, exactly. So I've not seen a lot of them. I
No,
saw
I
Ranveer,
haven't.
I saw
Yeah,
Raj.
exactly, Raj
I
and
saw
Ranveer.
Karishma. I
Yes.
saw a couple of them
Yeah.
lately.
Correct.
That got released a couple of months back, but
Yes.
not a lot. Like
Because
the
the
internet
truth is not many podcasters have done 100 episodes, and that's just it. Like it takes a lot. It takes a lot for people to get to that point. So of course बहुत सारे लोग हैं जो reach out ही नहीं करते हैं. That's perfectly fine. We don't reach out to anybody, right? So there's no place that I want to be. मेरी कोई PR machinery नहीं है. मेरा कोई PR firm नहीं है कि हम यहाँ आना चाहते हैं, वहाँ आना चाहते हैं. I only accept inbounds which write in. एंड फिर मेरा जवाब वही होता है कि 100 एपिसोड पे बुला दीजिएगा, और बहुत ही कम लोग होते हैं जो वहाँ तक पहुँच पाते हैं. जो लोग पहुँच गए हैं और मुझे नहीं चाहते हैं, दैट्स परफेक्टली फाइन, क्योंकि फिर उनसे तो कभी मुलाकात ही नहीं होती.
Absolutely.
सो द funnel itself is just so small that the few that I've done are the only ones that I could have.
No, but then it just goes on to tell you that you respect your time and you respect other people's time as well. Because if you're not
absolutely.
consistent with your work, it tells you something.
I'm very, very anal about where I spend my time, and I've gotten to this point where I love the fact that I've designed life in a way where I get to choose कि मुझे क्या करना है, and very few things in the day are forced upon me.
Talk us through your day.
My day starts very early, like it did today as well.
I'll stop you right here. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for the audience watching in, because they'll be like, "Oh, Deepak, bol nahi diya kar." But I think this is the earliest we've started shooting in our
Really?
100 episodes so far,
Really?
because we usually start, we can shoot late night. That is something that we usually do. But because I'm not an early riser, you're like the Akshay Kumar of content. You're like
Oh
4 बजे शुरू
God.
करूँगा, 5 बजे तक सारा काम खत्म, and now I have the entire day. मैं अंकुर 1 घंटा हुआ है अभी
I
तक.
swear.
Bye.
Like मेरे लिए तो यार it's just my day, like I'm literally in the middle of my day right now. तो हम
Guys,
we
for context, we're sitting at 9:07 and Ankur says
I know.
half his day is over. Anyway, run us through your day, man.
So the day actually starts the previous night, Deepak. So we are a very early sleeping family. बच्चे 8:30 बजे तक सो जाते हैं, रुचि और मैं 9 9:30 बजे तक सो जाते हैं. And that's because we've gotten up early, but I think it starts from the day before itself. And I get up between 4:30 and 5 every day, so I get about 7.5, perhaps even 8 hours of sleep, which is wonderful and it's adequate. And then I would meditate for 30 minutes. It's something that I have been doing for 8+ years now. I've never skipped a day in the last 5.5 years. So, irrespective of whether I'm traveling or I am home or I'm sick or whatnot, वो 30 minute जाते ही जाते हैं. That's like a sacrosanct thing. And it really sets me up for the day. I then read for about 30 minutes. Really like reading as a family as well. And then around 6 o'clock is when I get my kids ready for school. तो 6 से 6:30 बजे के बीच में मेरा काम होता है उनको उठाना और उनको बाथरूम भेज देना ताकि वो नहाना शुरू करें. एंड तब तक रुचि 6:30 बजे टेनिस खेल के वापस आ गई होती है. सो शी इज़ लेफ्ट टू प्ले टेनिस एट 5:30 इन द मॉर्निंग.
Wow.
हमारा कॉम्प्लेक्स में ही टेनिस कोर्ट है, सो इट्स वेरी इजी एंड एक्सेसिबल. तो वो चली जाती है, 6:30 बजे वो वापस आ जाती है. एंड आई गो टू प्ले टेनिस एट 6:30 and I play till 7:30. In the meantime, Ruchi drops the kids to the bus stop and then she goes to her gym. I go to the gym at 7:30 once I'm done with my tennis, and at about 8:30 or so I come back. I read the newspaper for about 15 minutes. I then have my protein shake, my supplements, blah blah blah. And 9 बजे मैं नहाने जाता हूँ, 9:30 बजे तक मैं अपने डेस्क पे बैठ जाता हूँ. Or I'm at a podcast like this. And that's when my day professionally starts. So when my day professionally starts, I've had nearly 4 to 5 hours to myself doing things that I would love to do, set me up for the day, and that just centers me in a incredible fashion. क्योंकि उसके बाद ना बहुत कम चीज़ें होती हैं दीपक जो आपको हिला देंगी, क्योंकि इतना आपने अपने जड़ों से अपने आप को मजबूत कर दिया है that you are very stable, solid ground. Then the day is usually calls, emails, not so active, if I may say so. एक time था जब when I was running venture funded companies and so on, तो बहुत intense होता था. अब बहुत chill है. I think in a day I would perhaps have calls for no more than 1 hour or so. And most of it is just thinking time, writing time, reflecting, browsing. Twitter पे मैं बहुत time spend करता हूँ. तो just going through content there, so on. I take an afternoon nap as well. एंड 11 बजे मैं अपना ब्रेकफास्ट करता हूँ एंड 4 बजे मैं अपनी लास्ट मील खाता हूँ. सो आई ओनली हैव 2 meals a day, 11 and 4. एंड at around 5:30 or 6 I am done. Like my day's over and
No caffeine whatsoever.
nothing. So I don't drink anything except water. Nothing at all. So no tea, no coffee, no alcohol, no soft drinks, occasional nimbu pani. But that's pretty much it. So very, very boring in that sense life. Very healthy, I must say so for myself. Kyunki I really like the way that it is structured, completely vegetarian. And we spend a lot of money on healthy food. We really care about the food that we eat as a family. And that's been a huge shift in the last 5-6 years. It is expensive to eat healthy. So we're glad to be in that place jahan hum usko afford kar sakte hain and we care about it as well. So everything is orchestrated around healthy living, healthy eating, lots of traveling as a family. But उसके beyond कोई शौक है ही नहीं. And कहीं कहाँ पैसे खर्च करने हैं कुछ पता ही नहीं है. तो it's just chill.
That is wonderful. I think, I mean, I always say ideal is unrealistic.
Yeah.
But I do see an ideal that is a realistic version of what you are living, which is very interesting. And I think, do you believe that ideal is unrealistic? Or do you think ideal?
I think perfection is unrealistic.
Okay.
And one of my favorite questions to ask during an interview is pick between speed and perfection. And बहुत लोग बोलते हैं perfection. मतलब perfection क्या होता है? Like there's nothing that's ever going to be perfect. लेकिन अगर आप उसको चेस करते रहेंगे तो आपका वक्त ज़ाया हो जाएगा, आप ज़्यादा प्रेशर डालेंगे अपने ऊपर, आप कॉन्स्टेंटली सोचते रहेंगे कि दुनिया को ये परफेक्ट नहीं लगेगा, मुझे नहीं लगेगा, तो हमें और मेहनत करनी होगी, एंड सो ऑन सो फोर्थ, एंड यू विल परहैप्स नेवर इवन लॉन्च समथिंग, शिप समथिंग, रिलीज समथिंग. So for me, I really value speed. And I genuinely believe that the world has a wonderful way of telling you what you're doing wrong or what you're doing right. तो अगर आप कुछ दुनिया में रिलीज करते हैं, it could be content, it could be a book, it could be a product, it could be your thoughts, you will get feedback, and you will get instant feedback. Whether you want to accept that feedback or are ready to accept that feedback is your choice, but feedback तो बहुत मिलेगा, and then it becomes your decision of whether you want to work on them or not and do something about it.
The corollary to this is, I always ask speed versus direction instead of speed versus perfection.
Yeah.
And I get a lot of answers.
Yeah.
Because, and not just for people I'm hiring or if I'm, onboarding for my team, but it's just for myself as well. Like,
Yeah.
do I want to go reach there faster?
Yeah.
Or do I want to take a step back and make sure that I'm going there in the right direction?
Correct.
So what's your take versus on speed versus direction?
So in physics terms, it will be the difference between speed and velocity.
Correct.
तो speed होता है speed, and उसमें दिशा नहीं होती. So you're traveling at 60 kilometers per hour, and that's your speed. Velocity always has direction built into it. तो आप 60 kilometers per hour north, 60 kilometers per hour south, east, west, so on. And the reason why I like velocity more than speed, very much similar to you, is the direction is immensely important for two reasons. One, कि आप सही दिशा में जा रहे हैं, of course that is an obvious thing to say, and that's why I often say कि जब आप अपने 20s में होते हैं, आप जहाँ हैं वो ज़रूरी नहीं है, आप जिस तरफ जा रहे हैं वो बहुत ज़रूरी है, क्योंकि 20s में आप कभी भी सही जगह पे अपने आप को नहीं पाएंगे. You are way too early in life. So क्या पैसा है? नहीं है. क्या बहुत शान शौकत है? नहीं है. क्या बहुत एक्सपीरियंस है? नहीं है. क्या सबसे मजबूत ठोस रिश्ते हैं? नहीं है. लेकिन क्या आप उनकी तरफ सही दिशा में हैं या नहीं? क्या आप पैसा अच्छे से कमा सकते हैं उस दिशा में है कि नहीं? क्या आप अच्छे से एक्सपीरियंस गैदर कर सकते हैं उस दिशा में है कि नहीं? And that is a far more important question to ask. The second thing why velocity is far more important is because you're constantly working with people. कोई भी इंसान अकेला नहीं होता है. And a lot of energy is spent if the velocity of people is against you. So imagine अगर आप एक ऐसे रिश्ते में हैं जहां दोनों 60 किलोमीटर पर घंटे पे चल रहे हैं, तो स्पीड दोनों की सेम है, लेकिन एक नॉर्थ जा रहा है, एक साउथ जा रहा है, एंड यू आर कॉन्स्टेंटली देन इन अ बैटल. बिकॉज एक बोल रहा होगा कि यार मुझे ना 60 किलोमीटर प्रति घंटे पे इस रफ्तार से जाना है कि मेरे पास बेइंतहा पैसा हो. दूसरा बोल रहा है कि नहीं, मुझे 60 किलोमीटर प्रति घंटे से इस रफ्तार पे जाना है कि मेरे पास उतना पैसा हो कि मैं ज़िंदगी खुशी से जी पाऊँ, एंड फिर उसके बाद चिल करना है. Both of them are really hungry to move fast, but one wants more and more money, one wants less and less money and adequate money. It's a completely opposite spectrum. So if imagine the two of them are together as partners, they're not going to have an easy life, even though both of them are moving at the same speed, but it's completely different velocities. And physics का वही concept होता है ना कि अगर आप एक ही दिशा में जा रहे हैं 60 पे और एक दूसरी गाड़ी 40 पे जा रही है, तो आपकी relative velocity 20 होती है. वही जिंदगी में भी होता है कि your velocity in life which includes your direction is going to determine how much energy are you going to spend with yourself and with others trying to persuade them कि नहीं, हमारी ज़िंदगी, हमारा approach बिल्कुल सही है, हमारा दिशा बहुत सही है. And you may just realize कि they are in a completely different space than you, and you're just wasting your time. So very important to work with people who have the same velocity, certainly the same direction, because it just makes easier. And very important to recognize that direction is just as important as the speed in which you are moving.
That's very well put. I think the one thing that I really, really appreciate about you, and the comments of previous podcasts tell me that you are very articulate in your approach. If I have to explain a certain concept or a certain idea, the way you explain it is very simple. And the one thing that I like about you, and I can go on and on about it, which is the difference between simple and easy,
Yeah.
right? And I was like, this is, पहले तो मेरे को लगा कि ये सिनोनिम्स है, ये तो बहुत ही सिंपल है. फिर मैं लगा नहीं, ये सिंपल नहीं है, ये इजी हो सकता है. इट मे बी इट्स नॉट सिंपल, मे बी इट्स नॉट इजी, बट आई गॉट कंफ्यूज्ड. आई वाज
Sure.
लाइक, ये अंकुर पागल हो गया, अंकुर क्या कर रहा है? एंड देन आई वाज लाइक, ओ, actually gave it a thought when we were shooting this very studio room with Neeraj sir.
Yeah.
Neeraj sir told me, Neeraj sir was all praise about you, and Neeraj sir was
Yeah.
like, अंकुर से ज़्यादा आर्टिकुलेट बनता तो मैंने देखा ही नहीं है जीवन में. मतलब वो बंदा जिस तरह से आर्टिकुलेट कर सकता है एकदम द सिंपलेस्ट ऑफ द मोस्ट कॉम्प्लेक्स टॉपिक को, वो अगर सिंप्लीफाई करने के लिए तुम्हें किसी को हायर करना हो, अंकुर वारिको इज द मैन.
Wow, that's a lot coming from him. I really like him
So-
for his simplicity and his articulation as
Yeah.
well. So I appreciate his feedback.
So I think the way you sort of mentioned about velocity, I think the student in you from physics back
I
in
know,
the
बिल्कुल,
days
बिल्कुल
is just एकदम
उभर आया.
हाँ. Interesting. So you were saying that in terms of partners as well, when people share different velocities, I think it becomes very difficult for people to sort of be together, and it's very difficult for them to navigate life together.
बिल्कुल.
Uh, what are the three things that you've learned from your wife Ruchi over the years,
Oh, I've learned so many
and
things, man. Yeah.
how has it changed over the
Yes,
years?
sure. So, you know, the biggest lesson that I've learned, Deepak, from her, and I'll share this story. मेरी ज़िंदगी में जब मैं बड़ा हो रहा था, एक बहुत ठोस प्लान था. And I was very clear कि ज़िंदगी में जीतने के लिए प्लान होना ज़रूरी है. So I had a plan for my life कि मैं US जाऊँगा, PhD करूँगा, NASA ज्वाइन करूँगा, ये सब वगैरह चीज़ें. So, and I really felt कि ज़िंदगी में जिस इंसान के पास प्लान नहीं होता ना, वो अपनी ज़िंदगी बर्बाद कर रहा है. वो वेले लोग हैं, वही लोग हैं जिसकी वजह से देश नीचे जाता है, समाज नीचे जाता है, दुनिया नीचे जाती
I
है.
think at this point he's talking about me, but okay, we'll get to it.
नहीं,
Hopefully there's a silver lining to
yeah,
it.
and it has changed, of course. And then I meet this girl, and this girl is completely full of life, always laughing, always smiling, has this crowd with her because there's this very positive energy about her. But she is clueless about life. Clueless. मतलब क्या करना है ज़िंदगी में कोई फ़र्क नहीं पड़ता है, कहाँ जाएंगे कोई फ़र्क नहीं पड़ता, ज़िंदगी चल जाएगी. ऐसा बिल्कुल भी नहीं है कि हम भूखे नंगे मरेंगे या सड़कों पे आ जाएंगे. हो जाएगा कुछ ना कुछ. Which was a very different approach from how I thought life should be led. And I will admit, my initial reaction was, इस इंसान का कुछ नहीं होने वाला. ये ऐसे ही आंधी में जो थैलियां होती हैं ना, उड़ती रहती हैं, कोई सर पैर नहीं है, वैसे ही है. She always wanted to work with Discovery Channel because she felt that was like the place to be. So she joined Outlook Travel and Living, which is a travel magazine, did well there. Then she got an opportunity to work with Discovery, did well there. Then she was like, हो गया, अब मज़ा नहीं आ रहा है, I'll take a break. After 7 years of working, she took a break. She traveled. We had our first son. She devoted herself to raising Vidur. Did that for about 2 years. फिर जब वो स्कूल जाना शुरू हुआ, she is like, चलो अब कुछ और कर सकते हैं. And then she is like, what would I like to do? मुझे sales ही आती है. So why don't I start selling? But for people who don't know how to sell. And most of those are creative professionals. तो कोई फोटोग्राफर है, कोई एनिमेटर है, कोई वीडियोग्राफर है. वो अपनी कला में बहुत माहिर है, लेकिन उनको बेचना नहीं आता, नेगोशिएट नहीं करना आता, पैसे लेना नहीं आता है. So she's like, I'll become their sales agent. She did that. उसी के चलते चलते one day she found herself on an organic farm. She really liked that concept. She's like, मैं इस organic farm को join कर लेती हूँ. And then she did that. And to give you some data points, because this is important, in 2010, at Discovery, she was earning 20 lakhs a year, which in today's number would be anywhere between 40 to 50 lakhs. Right? So it's a ridiculously huge amount for somebody who's only 29, 30 years of age. When she joined the organic farm, which was about 7 years later, she was earning 20,000 rupees a month. And she was still extremely happy. Extremely happy. And I think the biggest lesson, because of all of these years that I've spent with her and observed her, that I've learned from Ruchi, is that being happy is the biggest gift that you can give yourself. It doesn't matter कि वो happiness कहाँ से आ रहा है. कुछ लोगों के लिए वो पैसे से आता है, कुछ लोगों के लिए वो रिश्तों से आता है, कुछ लोगों के लिए वो सक्सेस से आता है. But just the fact that you're able to look and find happiness in the smallest of things to the biggest of things, and you are never dependent on somebody else to make you happy, is ridiculously powerful. Ridiculously powerful. तो ना घंटा फर्क पड़ता है कि तुम्हारा प्लान है ज़िंदगी में या नहीं है, क्योंकि अब मेरा प्लान था पर मैं तो वो चीज़ नहीं कर रहा हूँ. रुचि का कोई प्लान नहीं था, वो वही आंधी में थैली थी. But in that, she constantly knew that the only thing she cares about is being happy. And she is the happiest person I know. And that is the one thing that I've learned from her tremendously. Because I will admit I was not a happy person when I met her. In the sense कि वो लगता था कि यार लाइफ में इतनी जद्दोजहद है, इतनी मुश्किलें हैं, इतनी कठिनाई हैं, बाद में खुश हो लेंगे, अभी मेहनत करते हैं, अभी हासिल करते हैं. And I kept postponing what I thought was the notion of being happy. And I thought that that was just so wrong when I now realize how she has lived her life. So that's one thing that I've learned from her tremendously. The other thing that I've learned from her is the beauty of small things in life. हमें हमेशा लगता है कि यार जब कुछ बड़ा होगा ना ज़िंदगी में तब हम खुश होंगे. तो वो बड़ी गाड़ी, वो बड़ा जॉब, वो बड़ी फंडिंग, वो बड़ा ये, बड़ा वो. But she again, because of her drive to be, is very happy in small, small things. Like कहीं कोई अच्छा सा गाना सुन लिया, उस पे नाच पड़े, कोई अच्छी सी किताब पढ़ ली, उस पे खुश हो गए, पेड़ देख लिया, वो खुश हो जाती है कि ये पेड़ कितना सुंदर है. And I was like, it is amazing how you think. It's amazing how you find joy and immense childlike excitement in the smallest of things. And that has really shaped me up as an individual as well, क्योंकि मुझे भी अब छोटी छोटी चीज़ों में बहुत खुशियाँ मिलती हैं. वो बड़ी चीज़ों के वेट करना छोड़ ही दिया है. अगर हो जाती है तो ऑफकोर्स हो जाती है. हाँ, कैसे होता है, क्या होता है. And the third thing which I am still incapable of doing and she is incredible with is to form relationships and maintain relationships. मुझे ना रिश्ते आई वुडेंट से बर्डन लगते हैं, पर मुझे लोगों के साथ ना इतना वक्त बिताना पसंद नहीं है. मैं अपनी फैमिली से ज़्यादा बियॉन्ड माई इमीडिएट फैमिली, सो माँ पापा एंड बहन, आई एम नॉट क्लोज टू माई एक्सटेंडेड फैमिली, वो मासी ये सब, चाचा ये सब. आई एम नॉट लाइक, आई एम नॉट अ वेरी सोशल पर्सन. मेरे बहुत कम दोस्त हैं, उनमें ही मैं बहुत खुश हूँ. खुद के साथ मैं बहुत ही खुश हूँ. आई डोंट लाइक गोइंग टू पार्टीज, आई डोंट लाइक मीटिंग पीपल एज मच. Which is true for her also to some extent, but she is able to maintain relationships incredibly. Like उसे मेरी फैमिली में रिश्ते ज़्यादा अच्छे पता हैं और मुझे नहीं पता. Like, मुझे नहीं पता होगा कि मेरी फैमिली से ये इंसान मुझसे कैसे जुड़ा हुआ है. Like, ये मेरे चाचा हैं, ये मेरे मामा हैं, या मेरे चाचा के कज़न हैं, ये सब. I have no idea. उसको सब पता है. उसको अपनी पूरी फैमिली के बारे में पता है. She is a really big family. वो सब पता है. एंड नो सेइंग कि बहुत टाइम हो गया है, चलिए पिकनिक के लिए मिलते हैं, बहुत टाइम हो गया है, चलिए लंच पे आ जाइए, बहुत टाइम हो गया है, कहीं कुछ मिलते हैं. शी इज़ वेरी social in that sense of keeping the family, keeping her friends, keeping her even acquaintances feel like they're important. And I really feel that that's such a powerful skill to have, which I certainly don't have and I perhaps don't even care to have. But to see her is quite admirable.
But
कि
that is
कैसे
also
करती है.
something, Ankur, that comes from a place of, I think, is feeling the need to actually do it without it feeling a burden.
बिल्कुल,
Feeling like a
बिल्कुल.
burden. वो burden उनके लिए होगा ही
वो
नहीं, I'm
होगा
sure.
ही नहीं है burden,
Because
बिल्कुल
वो
नहीं है.
आपके लिए होगा because
हाँ.
you're like दूर
मुझे
रहो
नहीं
भाई,
होगा. Yeah.
anti people, anti social.
Exactly.
But for her it'll be like ठीक है यार, ये
ये
है,
तो हाँ, ये तो मजे की चीज़
तो
है.
मजे की चीज़ है.
Exactly,
So
exactly.
when you were saying a couple of things, your first point when you mentioned about happiness, when you said that you were always a planner and you were
Yeah.
always that person who you wanted to plan his life, and you're like, अरे ये जो plan नहीं करता है फालतू फुद्दू लोग.
फालतू है.
But this reminds me of a scene from Jab We Met. I don't know if you've seen Jab We
Yeah, yeah, of
Met,
course, I love it.
the iconic film.
बस वही वो गीत है. वो गीत ही है.
Geet and Aditya, like these two people. Geet, when I remember the scene very vividly, where Geet tells Aditya that तुमने तो अपनी life जीवन भर तुमने प्लान किया ना, क्या हुआ तुम्हारा?
Exactly.
कंपनी तो तुम्हारी भी डूब गई,
Exactly.
तो तुम्हारा क्या फायदा हुआ?
Exactly.
चिल करो ना भाई.
I know.
Which is why the chill hours.
Yeah. I like the
Subtle
segue in
plug.
that. Subtle branding एकदम पूरे घूम फिर के जब भी met से यहाँ. But
100 episodes, I tell you.
I know. You've done that. Yeah. But that's so true.
But I think वही है, तो घुमा फिरा के चीज़ें बॉयल डाउन इसी पे करती है कि बिकॉज आई हैव नेवर बीन अ प्लानर इन माई लाइफ.
Yeah.
आई हैव नेवर प्लान माई लाइफ.
So,
आई थॉट कि ठीक है, कॉमर्स लेना वाज वेरी इजी बिकॉज साइंस नहीं आती थी. दैट वाज वेरी सिंपल. बट उसके बाद सीए ट्राई करना, उसमें फेल होना, उसके बाद वहाँ से ड्रॉप आउट करना, उसके बाद कंटेंट शुरू करना, देन पॉडकास्ट. इट वाज नेवर प्लान्ड.
that is
इट जस्ट
amazing.
हैपेंड.
Yeah.
हो सकता है 6 महीने बाद मैं कुछ और, like I pick something and then I'm like, oh, farming is great, let's do
Correct.
farming.
Correct.
So Ankur, tell me something.
हाँ जी.
When ek to why you so transparent about money? You mentioned you make say like 9 lakhs an hour for your speaking gigs. You how much do you charge per reel?
Per?
Reel. Per branded reel.
I think if I'm not wrong, it's 8 lakhs. I'm not sure. I think it's 7 or 8 lakhs.
How are you not sure?
Because Ruchi does all of that, not me. So she's my business manager, by the way. So Ruchi and I work together, and she takes care of all the brand collaborations. She just tells me कि तुम्हें ये reel बनानी है, and I will then just get on a call with the client, understand the brief, and make it. But pricing, I think क्या हो रही है, कुछ नहीं हो रही, मुझे कोई idea नहीं है.
एक
वही
तो
change
business
करती है.
manager, ऊपर से wife.
I know exactly. It's like the best combination ever. And she's because she's been in sales and she was on the other side of it. She's now, in my opinion, living her dream life क्योंकि ये मेरी alignment और उसकी alignment है. हमारे में negotiation नहीं होती है. So our price is what we call the no regret price. कि इस प्राइस पे अगर आप for whatever reason काम नहीं कर पाए, आपको लगेगा बहुत महंगा है या बजट नहीं है so on, हमें बिल्कुल भी दुख नहीं होगा, हमें कोई रिग्रेट नहीं होगा. We totally respect and understand your constraints, but हम negotiate नहीं करते हैं. So if you speak to any agency and any brand in this country, because most of them have reached out to us in some shape and form, one thing that they will tell you is there is zero negotiation when it comes to Ankur Warikoo and his pricing. It's like बहुत लोग बोलते हैं कि अच्छा 3 रील और 2 शॉर्ट्स और एक ट्विटर पोस्ट का
Packaged cost.
पैकेज कॉस्ट क्या है, मतलब इन सब का सम क्योंकि
As
कुछ
simple
नहीं
as
है.
that.
There's no discount, there's nothing, and it's 100% advance, it's no discount, and that's the only way we work, and which is why we very rarely work with brands. हमारे we get about, on a daily basis, we get anywhere between 10 to 15 leads, and in a month about 250 to 300 leads. We end up working with like 3 of them, 4 at best. क्योंकि आधे ज़्यादा तो चलिए उस कैटेगरी में होते हैं जहाँ हमें काम ही नहीं करना है, रियल एस्टेट, अल्कोहल, ब्ला 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 ब्ला. बट अगर होता भी है, देन फिल्टर्स हमारे इतने स्ट्रॉन्ग हैं कि वो एलिमिनेट हो जाते हैं और फिर प्राइसिंग तक आते आते
What are the kind of brands you would not work with? You mentioned real estate, alcohol. Why?
So actually the filter is not so much of categories and so on. The filter is very clear. There are 3 conditions that we impose, and every brand that we work with has to fulfill at least 2 of these 3 conditions. नंबर 1 कि मैं पर्सनली उस ब्रांड को यूज़ करता हूँ एज अ कंज्यूमर एंड आई लाइक द एक्सपीरियंस. नंबर 2 कि उस ब्रांड के CEO या फाउंडर को मैं पर्सनली जानता हूँ फ्रॉम बिफोर. एंड नंबर 3 कि वो ब्रांड कम से कम 5 साल पुराना है. सो एनी ब्रांड दैट वी वर्क विथ हैज़ टू फुलफिल at least 2 of these 3 criteria for us to work. तो उसी में छट जाते हैं बहुत सारे.
Why 5 साल पुराना?
Because it just gives a little bit of ups and downs वाला curve to know कि ये
Sustain
ट्रेंडिंग नहीं है. हाँ, मतलब ऐसा नहीं है कि ये अभी आएगा और फिर पता नहीं कब रह गया या चला गया. It is something that has stayed for at least 5 years. 5 साल से ज़्यादा करेंगे तो बहुत सारे स्टार्टअप्स नहीं आ पाएंगे उसमें, और अगर उससे कम करेंगे तो फिर थोड़ा सा गंद आना शुरू हो जाएगा. So 5 years felt like the right time, and it's so far worked very well.
Something happened during COVID with you investing in a particular company, in a crypto company. Vault.
Yes.
What happened? उसका repercussion क्या था उसके बाद? Did it fizzle out very easily or did it take time? Did you have a negative repercussion on it?
Yeah, at the so what happened was that the company shut down.
Is it okay if I sit like this if I have my
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Be comfortable.
Yeah.
So it was a crypto exchange where you can, of course, buy and sell crypto. but they also had stocking in it, which is essentially the equivalent of a fixed deposit of a crypto. कि आप अपना जो भी आपने crypto लिया होगा वो वहाँ रख सकते हैं, and you will earn a fixed rate of return. And they were giving some very aggressive rate of return. So I had personally been using them for a while now. I had gotten in touch with the founder as well, Darshan. He had a reputation which was fairly impressive, or at least solid. So I put in a sizable amount of my own investment there, about 30 lakhs or so, and all of my crypto investments were there. And then, unfortunately, one fine day, they just sent an email ki we have stopped all withdrawals.
Correct.
And we now don't know what it will be. फिर over a period of about 2 years or so, कुछ redeem हुआ, तो I think from that 30 lakhs कुछ 12 lakh रुपए या 8 lakh रुपए वापस आए होंगे. I don't exactly recall. And there was backlash, and rightfully so, because I had endorsed them. So because I had used them as a consumer, and because I knew Darshan, and I'd spent a lot of time with the team understanding ki business model kya hai, kaise chalta hai वगैरह, because I had my concerns over the business itself, and I was convinced at some point of time कि नहीं ये ठीक ठाक है. So I decided to work with them, and I did a YouTube video with them. And कुछ लोग थे, including me, who had done that. So all of us, for the rightful reasons, got in the limelight, and we were like, ये देखिए ये सब लोग हैं, इन्होंने इनको promote किया था, and now people have lost their money, and people had lost their money. So the repercussion was that I, of course, issued an apology and a status on there. This is something that I've never stated in any podcast because I didn't think that I was okay to share it. It just felt like virtue signaling. But I did help with a litigation of that. So there were several people who were like, we want to litigate this. So I was like, okay, I will happily pay for the legal fee because I think you are absolutely well within your right to litigate this. Nothing came out of it, but at least whatever support that I could extend. And then I just lay low. Like, so the video is still there. It's for everyone to see. I've made my statements very clear. I was very transparent जब reporters आए, उन्होंने बोला कि आपको कितने पैसे मिले, invoice दिखा दीजिए, ये सब करिए, आपका कितना पैसा डाला हुआ था, वो सारा मैंने share किया हुआ है. And हाँ, unfortunately things happened, so we were just caught in that crossfire.
But these three conditions that you have before for brand endorsements, did it come into action after that, or
No,
was it
it
always
was
there?
before that as well, because I had personally used Vault and I was a consumer. All of my crypto assets were there. So I had to start all over again after Vault happened and build my crypto again, which was expensive by the time I started to do it again. And second, I knew the founder from before because I'd spent time understanding. I was very interested in the business model. Ki kaise chal raha hai, how you are able to give these attractive rate of returns. What's the backup around there? What's the kind of credit risk that there is, and so on, default risk that there is. So wo sara understanding tha. It wasn't 5 years old. It was, I think, about 2 years old or something. But it was
But two
at least the
conditions were
two
meeting.
conditions were met, and that's why I did that. And that didn't work out, which I don't know if I were to go back, what would I do differently? Because in my opinion, knowing what I knew at that point and my own due diligence, I had made the right choice.
Do you think this way? Would you have done it differently if you were to go back in time, or you're okay with?
नहीं,
whatever
I definitely reflect on it. I do reflect कि जो भी मेरे ज़िंदगी में decisions मैंने लिए हैं which didn't pan out, I ask myself these three questions. One is, what were the things that I was convinced would happen that did not happen? What are the things that I was certain would not happen but ended up happening? And what have I learned from it so that I change my approach? Because if you don't learn from your mistakes, then that's pointless. तो हमें इस देश में हमेशा ये सिखाया जाता है कि अगर कोई गलती हो जाती है ना, तो जल्दी जल्दी मूव ऑन, कोई बात नहीं है ना. बड़े बड़े देशों में छोटी छोटी गलतियाँ होती रहती हैं, आगे बढ़ो. मुझे लगता है कि वो बहुत गलत नज़रिया है, क्योंकि अगर आप कोई गलती करते हैं और उससे सीखते नहीं हैं, तो फिर तो आप वो गलती फिर से करेंगे, फिर से करेंगे. गलती करने का मतलब ही यही होना चाहिए कि आप उससे सीखें ताकि उस गलती को कम से कम फिर से ना दोहराएं. एंड और गलतियाँ होती रहेंगी, नई गलतियाँ करेंगे, उन नई गलतियों से भी सीखेंगे, लेकिन गलती से सीखना आपकी जिम्मेदारी है. It is absolutely your responsibility to learn from that. And that's the same thing that I figured as well.
No, we were speaking about. I started this question with the money loop. Ki, you mentioned you couple of times. In fact, you're very transparent about the money you make.
Yes.
You mentioned about 9 lakhs an hour for speaking gigs,
Yeah.
about 8 lakhs an hour for 8 lakhs per reel, etc., etc. Uh, I want to segue a little where this part onwards, I want to make it a little towards the 20-year-old person or a kid who's actually, it's funny, I'm saying 20-year-old kid, I'm in my last year
I
of
know.
20s. I'm like, oh, should 20 साल का बच्चा मेरे लिए बच्चा है. But anyway, a 20-year-old kid, how can they navigate life essentially around money? Because क्या होता है, and I know I've been there, when I started making money, it was weird because I started making money through content.
Yeah.
And initially, my first stint was I was working in this. I had my own startup where I was working in the edtech space. So we made some money there. But then COVID came and all of that. So we lost a bunch of things. I eventually took an exit. And then I started my content journey, and that's how the next part of life happened. But I was clueless. I was clueless कि मेरे को पैसे कैसे बनाने हैं because I don't know. I dropped out of CA. So clearly nobody would give me a job there. I did not know my skill set. मेरे को पता ही नहीं था. मेरे को हमेशा से क्रिकेटर बनना था.
Yeah.
So I did not ever know कि मेरे को और skill set क्या है जिसकी वजह से मैं पैसे बना सकता हूँ. So for any 20-year-old watching henceforth, I think we would love to discuss money making for any 20-year-old out there and how can they scale.
Yeah.
We discussed speed and direction, right?
Sure.
I want to bring in that aspect now.
Yeah.
What are the three sort of internet skills that essentially every 20-year-old should have at this point?
All right. I'll first describe what I think could be an approach and फिर skills पे बात
Got
करेंगे.
it.
Approach के लिए ना there are two things that one needs to recognize, Deepak, especially in their 20s. Number एक is financial stability and number दो is financial upside. What do I mean by that? Financial stability मतलब आप इतना कमा रहे हैं कि आपकी ज़िंदगी चल पा रही है. आपके अगर कर्ज हैं, आपका रेंट है, खाने पीने का खर्चा है, आप बेसिकली किसी दूसरे इंसान पे निर्भर नहीं है. माँ बाप पे तो डेफिनेटली नहीं. हर एक इंसान को अपने 20s में वो नौकरी ढूंढनी पड़ेगी. द गुड थिंग इज़ कि ये बहुत ज़्यादा पैसा नहीं होता है, अक्सर बहुत कम होता है, अनलेस ऑफ कोर्स यू आर इन अ वेरी टफ स्पॉट विच कुड बी अ वेरी डिफरेंट कॉन्वर्सेशन. बट खुद की जिम्मेदारी लेने के लिए बहुत सारे पैसे नहीं चाहिए. आप 15-20-25 हज़ार रुपये की महीने की नौकरी में भी वो कर सकते हैं. एंड इस देश में वो वाली नौकरी की कमी नहीं है. द इम्पॉर्टेंट थिंग इज़ टू रिकग्नाइज कि वो जॉब शायद आपकी ज़िंदगी नहीं है. वो जॉब आपकी ड्रीम जॉब नहीं है. वो जॉब नहीं है जहाँ आप CXO बन जाएंगे और फिर रिटायर कर
Correct,
जाएंगे,
correct,
सब कुछ
correct.
होगा. इट इज़ सिंपली मेंट टू गिव यू फाइनेंशियल स्टेबिलिटी. So don't over index on that job. What I mean by that is कि over hustle मत करिए, ज़्यादा फाइट मत मारिए, ज़्यादा मेहनत करके तरक्की उस जॉब में करने की कोशिश मत करिए. Just do your job, do your work the way it is expected to, meet expectations and move out. Move out in the sense, check out from that job mentally at the end of every day. When you do that, then comes the second financial upside वाला part. अब प्रॉब्लम ये होती है कि 20s में ना इतना ज़्यादा फोमो होता है, इतनी ज़्यादा योलो वाइब्स आती रहती हैं कि you're like यार अभी तो पार्टी करनी है, अभी तो वेकेशन करना है, अभी तो गाड़ी खरीदनी है, अभी तो फ़ोन खरीदना है. बट इफ़ यू स्टार्ट डूइंग दैट, you will go back to that job and put a lot of pressure on it कि यार मुझे अब ये EMI अफोर्ड करनी है, तो इस नौकरी में मुझे अप्रेजल चाहिए होगी, प्रमोशन चाहिए होगी. You start working very hard there and it's a job you don't like. It's a job you know is not your dream job and yet you will get attached to that job. The other way is optimize for your time after you have cleared the bar for money. तो पैसा जब जीने के लिए काफ़ी हो गया, उसके बाद वक्त के लिए ऑप्टिमाइज करिए. So your nights, your weekends, your holidays, जितना भी वक्त निकाल सकते हैं निकालिए and start to experiment with things that you think you will be excited by. Now, did you know when you started कि content is what you will get excited by? Most likely not.
No.
But you did it and you liked it and you were good at it and that's why you are here. That happened because of an experiment. It didn't happen because of very clear direction or a sense of clarity कि मुझे यही करना है life
Never.
में. Never. That is precisely what one has to do. आपको ना बहुत सारी कुर्सियों पे बैठना पड़ेगा to figure out कि कौन सी कुर्सी आपके लिए बनी है. तो आपने एक महीने कंटेंट ट्राई किया, एंड ट्राई करने का मतलब ये नहीं है कि यू आर विनिंग ना. आर यू लाइकिंग इट? इज दिस समथिंग दैट कम्स नेचुरली टू यू? इज दिस समथिंग दैट यू एंजॉय? तो आपने ऑनलाइन कोर्सेज ले लिए, एक नेटवर्क ज्वाइन कर लिया है ऑफ क्रिएटर्स, आपने थोड़ी इंटर्नशिप्स करनी शुरू करी या कुछ फ्रीलांसिंग शुरू करी. सो यू गेट अ वाइब चेक कि यार मज़ा आ रहा है नहीं आ रहा है, डिजिटल मार्केटिंग मज़ा आ रहा है नहीं आ रहा है, सेल्स मज़ा आ रहा है नहीं आ रहा है, कंटेंट राइटिंग मज़ा आ रहा है नहीं आ रहा है, एडिटिंग मज़ा आ रहा है नहीं आ रहा है. जस्ट आंसर दैट क्वेश्चन. मज़ा आ रहा है नहीं आ रहा है? अगर आ रहा है तो एक्सटेंड करिए, नहीं आ रहा है तो ड्रॉप कर दीजिए एंड मूव ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट थिंग, नेक्स्ट थिंग, नेक्स्ट थिंग. In a period of 1 to 2 years, you will know what you really like doing. And that then becomes your focus. अब आपको पता है कि आपकी पूरी मेहनत जो करंट जॉब है फाइनेंशियल स्टेबिलिटी के लिए वहां नहीं जानी चाहिए, पूरी की पूरी मेहनत इस नए गिग में जानी चाहिए. एंड इस गिग को अब आपने पाल परोस के बड़ा करना है टू अ पॉइंट वेयर इट रिप्लेसेस योर डे इनकम, so that you can say F you to the day job and move to this. This is a journey of about 3 to 4 years. So if you start at 22, 23, by the time you're 26, 27, you will know exactly what you want to do, and you would be making enough money from that thing as well that you are excited by or passionate about. And then your life starts. And it is a brilliant place to be. बहुत लोगों को ना अनफॉर्चुनेटली ये लगता है दीपक, 22 साल की उम्र में अगर मैं आपको बोलूँगा ना यार 27 साल तक आपको पता भी नहीं होगा कि आपको क्या करना है, एंड आप सिर्फ एक्सपेरिमेंट ही करते रहेंगे, उनकी फट जाएगी. मतलब यार ब्रो इतना टाइम ही नहीं है लाइफ में, 27 तक तो शादी करनी होगी, बच्चे भी शायद पैदा करने होंगे. अगर आप ये बोलो कि 27 तक आप नेविगेट ही करते रहोगे कि मैं कहाँ जाऊँ, क्या करूँ, ये सब वगैरह वगैरह, समाज ही नहीं अलाउ करेगा, मैं तो बहुत दूर की बात है. बट दैट इज द कमिटमेंट दैट वन नीड्स टू मेक. And if one is able to make that, almost every success story that you see is that of experimentation in their 20s. It was not about clarity in their 20s. Even the brightest people, like जो IIT, IIM ये सब वगैरह गए हैं, वो भी अगर आप देखेंगे ना अपने 20s में जो genuinely succeed हुए हैं, when you look at them in their 30s, in their 40s, are the ones जो अपने 20s में experiment कर रहे थे. उनको क्लैरिटी नहीं थी कि क्या करना है लाइफ में, बट दे न्यू कि यार मुझे नहीं पता क्या करना है, ढूंढना पड़ेगा और उस ढूंढने के लिए वक्त लगेगा, बट आई एम रेडी टू कमिट टू दैट. वाइल दे हैड अ डे जॉब that is fulfilling their needs and giving them stability. That for me is the playbook of the 20s.
I always, sorry to cut you here, I always say this one thing that एक तो दो चीज़ें हैं. One is whenever I go to a college for a talk or to an organization where they invite me to talk about a particular topic, and whenever I am going to a particular college per se, let's discuss college here एक बार, तो कॉलेज वाले बच्चों को लोग पूछते हैं कि अरे यार दीपक, मैं अभी 18-19 साल का हूँ या कि हूँ, तो उसमें मैं कैसे फिगर आउट करूँ, क्या करूँ. तो मैं सिंपल बोलता हूँ, मैंने कहा गिव योर सेल्फ 5 years. कॉलेज 3 साल का है, अभी से शुरू करो, कंसिडरिंग यूर इन फर्स्ट ईयर. 18 is when you're in college, 17-18 is when you're in first year of college. तो उस समय से लेके 5 साल, which is 18 to 23, 6 महीने एक चीज़ को दो.
बिल्कुल.
एक महीने से कुछ नहीं होगा, आपको नहीं पता चलेगा एक महीने में आप हो कि नहीं. You will eventually fizzle out. It's like you coming on the 100th episode of the podcast. Correct. Because you wanted to check if I actually can make it. If I am really, really so passionate and intensely, committed to the process, I would not be able to do it. So I just tell them कि 6 महीने एक particular habit या एक particular skill को दो, नहीं मजा आया, move on to the next one, and do this for 5 years, or let's say do it for 3 years. If you do this for 3 years, you have 6 to 8 skill sets that you've tried a hand at rigorously. 6 महीने छोटा amount नहीं होता. It's a sizable duration that you're giving yourself your time to. 6-8 skill sets अगर आप कर लोगे, आपको समझ में आ जाएगा, एक तो क्लिक करेगा ही करेगा. Because you're not picking random topics कि मेरे को आज DOP बनना है.
Exactly.
कुछ ना कुछ तो आपको आता होगा. कैमरा में इंटरेस्ट होगा, लेंस देख के खुशी मिलती होगी कि ये 50mm का लेंस है, कुछ तो होगा that will excite you. So I think that is where I tell people that this is something that but I also took a lot of time to figure out. Right? I also took a lot of time to sort of understand. And when you said Samaj, I relate to this so much because I really want to pull a chart paper and take this cover the whole of the country saying shut up, चुप हो जाओ.
चुप हो जाओ.
क्योंकि बहुत सारे decisions, and I'm sure Ankur this is with you as well, बहुत सारे decisions are taken because of this fear कि
लोग क्या कहेंगे?
समाज क्या बोलेगा, लोग क्या कहेंगे, कैसी बातें होंगी, फलाना ढिमका, इसने तो ये कर दिया, इसने तो वो कर दिया. तुम नहीं थे मेरे जीवन में जब
Exactly.
मेरी जिंदगी टर्मोइल में थी.
Exactly.
You don't deserve to be when I'm at the top.
At the top.
It's as simple as that. So shut up.
Exactly.
But how does a 20-year-old navigate their life around this samaj kya kahenge log kya, because it's a very pertinent problem.
No, it is, yeah, it is. And you know what, the response to that is not to know कि यार 20 years में ही आप एक ऐसे मकाम पे पहुंच जाएंगे जहां लोग जो बोलते हैं उससे आपको फ़र्क नहीं पड़ेगा. You cannot get there when you're that young. It's again the difference between where you are and the direction you're headed towards. You have to constantly ask yourself, when you find yourself feeling the pressure of society, why am I feeling this pressure? What about what they're saying scares me, makes me fearful, makes me nervous, makes me lose my self-confidence? ये कॉन्वर्सेशन अगर आप अपने साथ उस पॉइंट पे नहीं करेंगे ना, तो आप उस दिशा में नहीं जाएंगे जिस दिशा में आप किसी पॉइंट पे एक मकाम पे पहुंचेंगे वेयर द वर्ल्ड डज नॉट मैटर टू यू एनी मोर. सो इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर यू टू recognize why do people's opinion matter to you. Very often it is parents' opinion that matters. Very often it's random people's opinion that matters. कल ही मैं क्लास ले रहा था, कम्युनिकेशन की जो हमारा कोर्स है उसकी क्लास लेता हूँ. बहुत लोग ये बोलते हैं कि स्ट्रेंजर्स के सामने ना फट जाती है, पता ही नहीं होता क्या बोलना है, शब्द नहीं आते हैं, ये नहीं आता है, वो नहीं आता है. एंड आई वाज लाइक ओके, 2-3 सवाल. सबसे पहले, दोस्तों के सामने बात कर पाते हैं? हाँ कर पाते हैं. ओके. हिंदी में बात कर पाते हैं? हाँ जी कर पाते हैं. ठीक है. अंग्रेजी में दोस्तों के साथ बात कर पाते हैं? हाँ कर पाते हैं. ठीक है. तो प्रॉब्लम कैपेबिलिटी की तो नहीं है ना. ऐसा तो नहीं है कि आप में क्षमता ही नहीं है बात करने की, वो तो बिल्कुल नहीं है. आप अंग्रेजी में भी बात कर सकते हैं एंड आप दोस्तों के साथ अच्छे से बात कर सकते हैं. अजनबियों के सामने आके आप डर जाते हैं. सो दिस इज नॉट अ कम्युनिकेशन प्रॉब्लम, इट इज अ फियर प्रॉब्लम. दैट यू आर स्कैर्ड of what they will think of you if you end up making a mistake. You are scared of judgment. You are scared of their opinion of you. You're scared that they will have a wrong impression of who you are. Now the question is, why are you scared? क्योंकि उसी सवाल का जवाब देना है. अब इस सवाल का जवाब ना मैं नहीं दे सकता आपके लिए, बिकॉज ये सवाल सबके लिए कॉमन है लेकिन जवाब सबके लिए कॉमन नहीं है. इट इज़ अ लॉट अबाउट हाउ यू वर रेज्ड, what were the conditions. अगर आपके माँ बाप कॉन्स्टेंटली आपको बोलते रहते थे कि देखो उनको, देखो शर्मा जी के बेटे को, देखो नेहा को, देखो प्रिया को, तो यू हैव इन सम वे बीन कंडीशनड टू बिलीव कि मुझे कॉन्स्टेंटली किसी के साथ कंपेयर किया जाएगा एंड इफ आई विन ओनली देन आई एम गुड. It could be that you constantly were checking social media and were looking at the lives of rich and famous or people that you found very cool and sexy. एंड यूर लाइक मैं तो ऐसा नहीं हूँ, मैं तो ऐसी नहीं हूँ, मैं तो यहाँ नहीं पहुँच पाऊँगी, मेरे पास इतनी पैसे नहीं है, इतने लुक्स नहीं है, ब्ला 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 एंड हज़ार अदर चीज़ें. बट यू हैव टू डू दैट इन्वेस्टिगेशन कि अगर मैं दोस्तों के साथ सही से बोल पाता हूँ, अगर मैं दोस्तों के सामने नहीं डरती हूँ, तो मैं अजनबियों के सामने क्यों डरती हूँ? वाई एम आई फेयरफुल ऑफ देयर ओपिनियन? एंड अंटिल यू डोंट फाइंड दैट आंसर यू विल नेवर बी एबल टू सॉल्व इट. सो everyone in your 20s, it's okay for you to worry about people's opinion, but it is not okay for you to never ask, why do I worry about people's opinion? उस why का जवाब आपको खुद के साथ बैठ के ढूंढना ही होगा.
Are there any particular questions that people can ask themselves to navigate this through?
Yes. One is कि अगर वो इंसान मेरे बारे में बुरा सोचता है, मेरी ज़िंदगी में क्या फ़र्क पड़ता है? That's a first line of thought. How does it affect my life if somebody has a negative opinion about me? If they have a positive opinion about me, तब मेरी ज़िंदगी में क्या फ़र्क पड़ता है? So that's the counter of it. Both of them will give you really good clarity over what is truly important and why does it matter. Number 3, if I do make a mistake and the person has a wrong impression of me, is that impression permanent? So that is again another layer. Has it ever happened to me कि I had the wrong impression about someone and then I changed my opinion about them?
Hmm.
How did that happen? So it will give you another layer of thinking. And then one final question which always helps, and that is, do I want to change who I am so that this person likes me?
Hmm.
Because that will then tell you the true importance of how important that person is or not. तो कुछ कुछ लोगों के लिए आप वाकई में बदलना चाहेंगे. It's possible that you want your partner to like you,
Hmm.
to truly have a good impression of you. And maybe you're willing to change in a good way for your partner. लेकिन कोई रैंडम इंसान आपको सड़क पे मिल गया है और बोलता है ये क्या भद्दे कपड़े पहने हुए हैं. Would you change the way that you dress because this random person commented on you and your looks or your dressing? No. And that just means that in that moment, you just had a weak moment of being invalidated, but it doesn't change anything about your life. And it certainly is not enough for you to want to change anything about your life. And that gives you a lot of clarity.
Got it. Got it. And this helps because as a 20-year-old or say in your 20s, you're navigating through a lot of things. You're just like, हाँ भाई कॉलेज में मार्क्स लाने हैं, फिर प्लेसमेंट
नौकरी
में
लेनी है,
बैठना है,
exactly.
फिर उसके बाद नौकरी लेनी है, फिर इतने पैसे बनाने हैं. 20 लाख के नीचे तो कौन बात कर रहा है यार. कम ऑन दीपक है यार. लूजर इफ यूर डेटिंग 20 LPA के नीचे तुम सोच भी कह सकते हो. व्हाट अ लूजर मैन. एंड देन कॉलेज में तुमको अरे भाई बंदी चाहिए, एंड देन यू वांट टू settle, and then you don't things don't work out. A lot of problems. Coming to the money loop again, which is for 20 years old, we discussed the playbook of how one should approach their 20s. Coming to the money angle, how can I was talking about 3 internet skills that essentially every 20-year-old should learn in today's time and age. What would those be?
I wouldn't call them internet skills, but I'll just call them life skills in general. One is communication. It is incredibly important in today's world, ever before than today, more than today, more than before, to have the right communication skills. And communication is not about just speaking. Communication is a lot more about listening. It is a lot more about writing. And of course, it is about speaking. तो ये 3 चीज़ें बहुत 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 ज़्यादा ज़रूरी हैं, क्योंकि आपके दिमाग में जो भी ख्याल हैं वो जब तक लोगों के साथ आप कम्युनिकेट नहीं कर सकते, उसको कॉम्प्रहेंसिबल नहीं बना सकते, तब तक उन ख्यालों का कोई फ़ायदा नहीं है. तो दैट्स नंबर 1. Number 2, I truly feel that the ability to understand and work well with technology is a no-brainer. So I'm not going to call it AI, I'm not going to call it any other layer, क्योंकि टेक्नोलॉजी चेंज होती रहती है. आज AI है, कल कुछ और होगा. लेकिन the ability to be comfortable using technology to make you more efficient, to make you more productive, to make you more knowledgeable, to make you smarter is absolutely paramount. क्योंकि अगर आप टेक्नोलॉजी यूज कर सकते हैं, you can fix a lot of problems for people who don't ever want to use it. One example that I would want to share is there is one approach कि आप एक ना ऐसा टूल बनाएं जो लोगों के लिंक्डइन गेम को टॉप्स पे ले जाए. कि आपने अपना लिंक्डइन प्रोफाइल डाल दिया,
Top voice.
एकदम टॉप वॉइस बन जाएगा, टॉप वॉइस गारंटीड. ठीक है, तो आपने अपना लिंक्डइन प्रोफाइल डाल दिया, वो स्कैन करेगा AI यूज़ करके, और फिर उसको पता चल जाएगा कि आप क्या करते हैं, आप किन चीज़ों पे बोल सकते हैं. फिर वो एकदम कंटेंट भी आपका लिख के दे देगा, स्केड्यूल भी कर देगा, आपको सिर्फ एक क्लिक करना होगा, एंड धड़ लोग फॉलोअर करेंगे. Even if you were to make that, I don't think it will work, because it is intimidating and overwhelming for people to use something like that, especially those who will benefit the most from LinkedIn. जो CXOs वगैरह है ना, उनके पास ना दिमाग है, ना वक्त है, ना फितरत है to go through this new journey of their life for something that they don't know whether will work or not. Now look at the other aspect. Let's say Deepak knows how to use this tool, and Deepak is a master at this tool. And then Deepak comes to Ankur and saying, Ankur, आपकी LinkedIn गेम को ना मैं टॉप पे ले जा सकता हूँ, मैं एज अ पर्सन। आप सब कुछ मुझ पे छोड़ दो, मैं बताऊंगा लिखना क्या है, मैं बताऊंगा कब लिखना है, मैं उसको शेड्यूल भी कर दूंगा, सब कुछ कर लूंगा। एंड मैं बोलूंगा यार तो बहुत बढ़िया, तो मतलब आई जस्ट हैव टू डील विद यू अ ह्यूमन, एंड आप सब कर लेंगे, हाँ सब कर लेंगे, कितना चार्ज करेंगे, एक्स रुपीज पर मंथ, डन, रिटेनर साइंड। What are you going to do? You're going to use that same tool. But now, because you are comfortable using that tool and know how to work with that tool, you can now work with a human who doesn't want to use that tool. And that is how the world will progress. There will always be people who will refuse to or will be unable to use the latest tech, and there will always be a percentage of population that can use that tech very well and can work with people to earn a lot of money. पुराने ज़माने में the equivalent of this was डाकिया जो चिट्ठी लाके चिट्ठी पढ़ता भी था,
करेक्ट करेक्ट।
क्योंकि डाकिया का काम सिर्फ चिट्ठी डिलीवर करना नहीं था, उसे ये भी पता था कि वो एक ऐसे इंसान को डिलीवर कर रहा है जिसको खुद पढ़ना नहीं आता है। तो किसी इंसान से तो चिट्ठी लिखवा ली क्योंकि बेटा है, बेटी है, जो भी है शहर में है, लेकिन माँ बाप को वो चिट्ठी पढ़वाने के लिए तो कोई इंसान चाहिए ना, और वो डाकिया था। सो द डाकिया बिकेम दैट इनेबलर, एंड दैट इज हु यू हैव टू बी एज वेल। कि इनसेन पेस पे टेक्नोलॉजी चेंज होगी, नॉट एवरीवन कैन कीप पेस विद इट, बट यू एज अ यंग पर्सन कैन। सो बी अहेड ऑफ द कर्व and use the technology to solve the problems of people. So that's the second one.
And there can be a lot of scale here.
Oh, that can be a massive scale, क्योंकि leverage है इसमें.
Correct.
Suddenly Deepak can not just work with Ankur, can work with 10 other creators trying to help them, and will be able to do it in like an hour of his day. क्योंकि he is using technology at the end and not his own full mind, but the mind dependent on what that technology can give. So that's the second layer. And then the third layer, which I genuinely believe is a massive skill जो बहुत लोगों के पास नहीं होता है लेकिन होना चाहिए, is an understanding of how business works and how money works. There's a reason, Deepak, why most creators in this world don't make as much money as some other creators do, despite being bigger than the other creators. क्योंकि उन्हें धंधा नहीं समझ में आता है, उन्हें पैसे का फ्लो नहीं समझ में आता है, उन्हें लगता है कि वो ना क्रिएटर है तो वो क्रिएटिव लोग हैं, एंड क्रिएटिव लोग ना पैसे के बारे में नहीं सोचते। ये तो बेवकूफ़ी है, क्योंकि अल्टीमेटली whatever is the outcome, and I'm not saying you should be money minded, but you should always be aware of how money works.
Of course, of course.
And that is a skill one needs to have, कि पैसे का फ्लो क्या है in any business. So I'll encourage every 20-year-old who's listening to this podcast to do the following. जब कभी भी आप कोई भी प्रोडक्ट या सर्विस कंज्यूम करते हैं, इट कुड बी एनीथिंग, आप पान की दुकान से पान खरीद रहे हैं, या जेप्टो से कुछ ऑर्डर कर रहे हैं, या A6 के जूते खरीद रहे हैं, या ज्वेलरी खरीद रहे हैं, जो भी हो, when you are done with that purchase, sit down with your mind and think about इस बिजनेस का इकोनॉमिक्स क्या है, कि इस बिजनेस में पैसा कैसे बनता है, ये इंसान कितना पैसे कमा रहा होगा, what will be the metrics that will be there, कितने लोग चाहिए होंगे, कितना उनका एवरेज रेवेन्यू होगा, कितना उस रेवेन्यू को फुलफिल करने के लिए कॉस्ट चाहिए होगा, उससे क्या प्रॉफिट निकलेगा. गेट इनटू दैट हैबिट of trying to break down a interaction which is a monetary interaction into a business. When you begin to do that, na, a lot of things become clearer. Ki why do people do podcasts? Why do people create content? Why do people launch courses? Why do people write books? Why do people have different multiple income streams? Why do people trade? Why do people start a hedge fund? Why do people start an investment bank? Why do people trade in minerals and in commodities? Why do people invest in real estate? बहुत सारी चीज़ें क्लियर होनी शुरू हो जाती हैं because you are curious about how money flows. तो ये तीन चीज़ें, communication, technology, money. If you have these three skills, you are set to win.
And this is something that because I was pursuing CA like I mentioned, तो हम ये as CA students हम ये करते थे जब हम लास्ट बेंच पे बैठते थे. And I'm sure every student whoever has gone to a teacher for a tuition class, I'm sure he or she has done this, where he or she has calculated that teacher's
टीचर
revenue
का रेवेन्यू कितना है?
कि एक रूम में 500 बच्चे बैठे हैं, इसने मेरे से 6,000 रुपये लिए, तो 6,000 इंटू 500 3 लाख रुपए होते हैं.
Correct.
अब 30 लाख रुपए में 3 लाख होते हैं कि 30 लाख? 30 लाख ही होते हैं.
30 लाख.
तो 30 लाख होते हैं. अच्छा 30 लाख, तो अच्छा अब इसके 6 महीने का रेवेन्यू 30 लाख रुपए है. अब इसकी 4 बैच चलाता होगा तो 1.2 CR हो गया. अब 1.2 CR में इसका रेंट होगा 20 लाख रुपए, तो इसमें 1 करोड़ रुपए बचते हैं.
Correct.
सैलरीज होंगे 50 लाख रुपए, तो वो सैलरीज जाएंगे. मोटा मोटी 6 महीने में ये 20-30 लाख रुपए प्रॉफिट तो बनाता ही होगा.
बना रहा था.
And I'm sure this is an exercise that every student has done. I was in B, like I was mentioning to you, I was in B, I was sitting at this cafe, and I was just discussing with somebody. I was like, इसका metrics क्या होगा?
क्या होगा?
तो we were just discussing कि अगर हमें एक कैफे खोलना है mountains पे, तो क्या required होगा? What is it that is necessary to open a good running cafe? Because there are only a few in that particular town.
Correct.
तो अगर हमें एक अच्छा कैफे खोलना है, then what is it that people want? Because continuous flow of people तो है,
Correct.
तो I'm sure there is demand. और क्योंकि वो ही 5-6 गिने चुने कैफे है, तो उसी में बढ़ जाता है.
Correct.
What if we were to open something different, where we can distribute people among these cafes and open up something that can create that revenue stream for us as a secondary revenue stream or a tertiary or whatever.
Correct.
And that was a very interesting exercise. We figured out कि अरे यार इसमें maybe 10 लाख रुपए लग जाएंगे सेटअप करने में, लाइसेंसिंग में, लीगैलिटीज में, एक्सेट्रा एक्सेट्रा. बट घुमा फिरा के if this works out, this can create a good passive income for about 8-10 lakh rupees a month,
Yeah, easily.
which is a great amount to
Exactly.
have as a secondary tertiary income.
Absolutely.
So I think in terms of understanding the money flow for any 20-year-old, what are some of the things that they need to be careful of, or they need to think that hey listen, ये नहीं करूँगा, या फिर ये करूँगा, या फिर ये इससे तो मैं दूर रहूँगा. Something that they should avoid while they are in their journey, because there could be a lot of negative influences.
Yes. I think the broader response to this question, Deepak, is don't be excited or seduced by the top line. Ever in anything in life. Now, what are the examples of top line? एक business में a top line is obvious. कि यार ये कैफे देखो 1 करोड़ रुपए साल के कमा रहा है, बहुत बढ़िया है. But you are not asking the question कि इसका रेंटल कितना है, इसका कॉस्ट कितना है, इसका वेस्टेज कितना है, इसका रेगुलेटरी कंप्लायंस कितना है. तो आप देख ही नहीं रहे हैं कि उस टॉप लाइन तक पहुंचने के लिए क्या क्या करना पड़ता है.
It's like going to Shark Tank and saying I have like 5 CR का revenue, and then you're like मैं बेटा 30% negative.
Exactly,
like,
right,
अरे तो
exactly,
तुम
right,
कर
कि
क्या
क्या
रहे
ही कर दिया तुम.
हाँ.
दी नॉर्मल लाइफ में टॉप लाइन का है कि यार दीपक मर्सिडीज चला रहा है, भाई ने क्रैक मचा दिया है. बट यू हैव नो आइडिया कि वो लोन पे लिया हुआ है. यू हैव नो आइडिया कि उसने और कितने लोन लिए हुए हैं. यू हैव नो आइडिया कि उनका बैंक बैलेंस कितना पुअर है. यू हैव नो आइडिया कि उनके एसेट्स कुछ है ही नहीं. तो जो टॉप लाइन पे दिख रहा है दैट इज एक्साइटिंग, बट आप नीचे पूछ ही नहीं
You're
रहे
like
कुछ.
tip of the iceberg.
रिलेशनशिप्स में वो इंसान कितना फिट है, वो कितनी सुंदर है, वो कितने अट्रैक्टिव हैं, दैट इज़ टॉप लाइन. उनकी मेंटल हेल्थ कैसी है, उनका वर्ल्ड व्यू कैसा है, उनका चाइल्डहुड ट्रॉमा क्या है, उनका नेगेटिव एट्रीब्यूट्स क्या हैं. यू विल नेवर क्वेश्चन दैट. आप टॉप लाइन से ही एकदम एक्साइट हो जाते हैं. तो ज़िंदगी में टॉप लाइन से कभी भी एक्साइटेड नहीं होना है. हमेशा पूछना है कि इस टॉप लाइन का बॉटम लाइन क्या है. What enables this top line, and is that exciting enough for me to make a decision of whether I want to commit to that? So businesses, money flow, all of these. It's very easy to create a massive top line by marketing, by spending crazy amount of money, by giving deals and discounts and so on. लेकिन अगर धंधा ही ठोस नहीं है, मजबूत नहीं है, तो आप कभी उससे पैसे कमाएंगे ही नहीं.
Correct.
एंड फिर वो बिजनेस आप क्यों करना चाहेंगे.
I want to understand your creator brain as well. कि I had seen one of your videos back when I was in the UK when we done the Instagram live as well. और मैंने ना आपकी एक वीडियो देखी थी जहाँ पे आपने अपनी कंटेंट स्ट्रैटेजी को लेके एक एक्सेल शीट बनाई थी.
हाँ.
और मैंने वो सेव किया था. which I'm nowhere close to following, but I was like यार, because saved items में बहुत चीज़ें होती है, bucket list पे बहुत सारी चीज़ें हैं,
Correct.
wish list पे बहुत सारी चीज़ें हैं, but करना कुछ नहीं है. But anyway, that's a different sad story out there. But मैं सेव किया, मैंने कहा यार अंकुर कर सकता है, मैं भी कर सकता हूँ. अंकुर ने एक चीट कोड भी दे दिया है. मतलब अगर एग्जाम में तुमको अगर कोई वो दे दे कि यार ये ले बुक,
I know.
ये ले पढ़ के,
किसी
क्वेश्चन
में
तेरे को
जाएंगे.
पता है,
हाँ.
बुक ये रहा, लिखना आंसर, बट करना तो तुमको ही है, तो आप कितना ही कर लोगे हेल्प. तो मैंने देखा, मैंने कहा ठीक है यार, इसको सेव करते हैं, इसको देखते हैं. एंड आई वाज ब्लोन एट द काइंड ऑफ वर्क दैट गोज इनटू कंटेंट. आई वाज डूइंग कंटेंट बट प्राइमरीली रील्स.
Yeah.
एंड रील्स आई फील, मतलब as much as it is very rewarding and it gets you to the right eyeballs and you make money etc etc, I think तुम्हारी रियल पर्सनैलिटी आई फील रील से निकल के नहीं आती है, ऐसा मेरे को लगता है. आई फील लॉन्ग फॉर्म कॉन्टेंट इज द विनर. इट enables you to sort of get to know you a little better, and of course you can churn out multiple pieces of short form blah blah blah. मैंने जब आपकी वो शीट देखी, मेरे को समझ में आया कि ये तो बहुत काम है, ये तो एक दो बंदे का काम है ही नहीं. इसके लिए तो फौज चाहिए, एक आर्मी चाहिए, मतलब 25-30 लोग कम से कम चाहिए टू बी वर्किंग ऑन दिस चीट शीट. What is it that people are going wrong when it comes to creating content? Because like you mentioned, don't be seduced by the top line. A lot of creators, especially I call them COVID creators, who fizzle out very quickly. They're like, मेरे को पता है, हाँ यार, मतलब सब कर रहे हैं, कर लेते हैं, too glamorous a profession, ठीक है, I'll get the fame, I'll get like 500,000 followers, oh very cool, very fancy, 1,000,000 followers, oh I'm great, I'm talked about in my colony, etc etc. But why are you doing it? So it's very easy to be over, you know, मैं इसको कैसे बताऊँ, over influenced by the glamour of a profession.
Sure.
And that's why you would take it up. But then what are people missing out on? Like what are people not looking at when they look at a picture?
I think the surest thing that people miss is precisely what you mentioned, how much is required to be consistent. क्योंकि मुझे अभी भी याद है कोविड में ही, टू द पॉइंट दैट यू वर मेकिंग, मैंने ट्वीट किया था कि हर एक इंसान ना वेबिनार चला रहा था, हर एक इंसान कंटेंट बना रहा था, हर एक इंसान कुछ ना कुछ अपना न्यूज़लेटर लॉन्च कर चुका था. एंड आई रिमार्क्ड कि इट डजंट मैटर who all are doing what they're doing right now. What matters is when all of this will be over, who will still be doing it. Because that is the difference between a winner and a loser in life. Last man standing is actually a strategy. It is not an outcome. It's a strategy. कि मैं last तक खड़ा रहूँगा. I don't even have to be the best at what I do. I simply have to be the last one still doing it. Because that will ensure that I will win.
Is that not delusional?
It is. It's not, because what it requires by design itself is nobody can be left standing last and still doing crappy work. By design, if you show up every day,
Okay.
you will keep improving. You will keep improving, whether you want it or not.
It's a default setting.
It's a default setting. The pro is the amateur who showed up every day. That's the truth of life. कोई माँ के पेट से प्रो नहीं पैदा होता है. सब लोग सिर्फ इसीलिए प्रो बनते हैं क्योंकि वो एक एमेच्योर थे एंड वो रोज आते रहे, प्रैक्टिस के लिए आते रहे, प्रैक्टिस के लिए आते रहे और धीरे धीरे करके उनकी चाह के बिना भी कभी कभी they became better. Your 100 episode is nowhere close to your first episode. And it's not like ki every episode you're like, I have to become the best version of myself. You're just doing your thing. And you automatically get better. And so is the case with everything else. So the last man standing ensures by an automatic self-selection ki you will be better than who you were. And it will also ensure that because you've been consistent with all of this and everyone else is dead along the way, you have won. And you've just won because of it. And there's so many such examples in real life. There's so many such examples कि अगर आप किसी को भी देखेंगे, चाहे वो शाहरुख खान हो, चाहे वो तेंदुलकर हो, चाहे वो एलॉन मस्क हो, चाहे वो मार्क ज़करबर्ग हो, चाहे वो मुकेश अंबानी हो, चाहे वो कोई भी और इंसान हो who you are inspired by, ऐसा नहीं है कि उन्होंने गलतियाँ नहीं करी, ऐसा नहीं है कि उन्होंने नियर जानलेवा गलतियाँ भी नहीं करी, ऐसा नहीं है कि वो पैदा ही वैसे हुए थे कि भाई पहले दिन से ही पता था कि वो रॉकस्टार बनने वाले हैं. they just kept at it and at it and at it and at it and at it. And they are the last person still standing. And even though they may not be the best on paper when they started, they are here and as a winner because they stuck it out. तो ये एक चीज़ कंटेंट क्रिएटर्स को जाननी बहुत ज़रूरी है कि यार स्टार्ट ना बहुत आसान होती है, बहुत एक्साइटिंग भी लगता है ना, एकदम स्टूडियो मज़ेदार सा माइक वाइक ये सब वगैरह, तो पैसे डाल दिए, महंगे से माइक खरीद लिए, कैमरा वैमरा लाइट वाइट ये सब. लेकिन जब 50वें एपिसोड पे भी व्यूज़ नहीं आ रहे होते हैं ना, और गेस्ट नहीं मिलते हैं, और तुम्हें पता नहीं होता है कि अगले महीने का पैसा आएगा कि नहीं आएगा, तब भी वो करते रहना बहुत शिद्दत लेता है, बहुत शिद्दत लेता है. एंड people don't realize how hard it gets. And
Can you run very quickly
Sure.
in the next say like 2 minutes or so? Can you run through how your content strategy works? How many people are involved?
Sure.
What's like the weekly procedure? Monday ko banta hai, Wednesday ko
Yeah.
jata hai, etc. etc.
correct.
Your strategy in like the next 2 minutes.
So we are there on every possible platform, and we create around 83 unique pieces of content every week. Now those include reels, shorts, blah 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 blah. And the way that it works is, I am the key actor and producer. मंडे को मैं सारा कंटेंट अपना शूट करता हूँ पूरे हफ्ते का. सो इट विल बी यूट्यूब का लॉन्ग फॉर्म, शॉर्ट्स यूट्यूब के, इंस्टाग्राम के रील्स, अपना पॉडकास्ट, कोर्सेज के लिए अगर कोई ऐड चलाना हो वो सब वगैरह. एंड देन इट स्टार्ट्स अ 2-week साइकिल ऑफ पोस्ट प्रोडक्शन, जहाँ सबटाइटलिंग एक्सपर्ट्स इन्वॉल्व होते हैं जो इंग्लिश कंटेंट को इंग्लिश सबटाइटल बनाते हैं, एडिटर्स इन्वॉल्व होते हैं जो उसको फाइनल एक एडिट में बनाते हैं, ग्राफिक डिज़ाइनर्स इन्वॉल्व होते हैं जो उसका थंबनेल बनाते हैं, एंड one person who's responsible for coordinating all of this and making sure कि सब कुछ सही से एक साथ जुड़ रहा है. And this 2-week cycle then completes itself. I used to review it. I no longer review the work as well. And then one person schedules all of this content for the entire week on one day itself. तो कोई भी अभी रियल टाइम बैठ के कोई काम नहीं कर रहा है. हमारी टीम में
अच्छा.
कोई भी काम रियल टाइम नहीं हो रहा होता है. एवरीथिंग इज शॉट इन एडवांस, scheduled in advance, planned in advance.
Every reel, every YouTube video
Everything.
is scheduled.
Everything
And there is no
scheduled.
insight as such algorithm को लेके कि schedule करने से views ऐसे आते हैं, ये नहीं आता, वो नहीं आता, ऐसा कुछ
अगर
नहीं है.
आते भी हैं हमें कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता, हम उसके लिए अपनी ज़िंदगी नहीं बदलने वाले. हम बैठ के क्लिक नहीं दबाने वाले, बिकॉज एल्गोरिदम scheduled videos
And
को
each of your
low
reels
करता
are
है.
also scheduled.
Everything is scheduled. Every piece of content
is
is
epic.
scheduled, completely scheduled. So there is no sense of false urgency. It also helps कि हमारा ना कुछ भी content दीपक ट्रेंडिंग, टॉपिकल, ब्रेकिंग न्यूज़ नहीं होता है, क्योंकि हम ऐसा कंटेंट बनाते ही नहीं है. तो अगर मैं मूवी रिव्यूअर होता या मैं एक न्यूज़ चैनल होता तो मेरी ज़िंदगी बहुत अलग होती, बिकॉज एवरीथिंग हैज़ टू बी डन नाउ.
Correct, correct.
हमारा ऐसा कंटेंट है कि अगर आज नहीं जाएगा और 6 महीने बाद भी जाएगा, वो तब भी चलेगा या नहीं चलेगा, बट कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा, बिकॉज वी आर नॉट प्रोड्यूसिंग एनीथिंग दैट इज टाइम सेंसिटिव. सो दैट रियली हेल्प्स.
Research के लिए कितने लोग हैं?
रिसर्च के लिए एक्चुअली क्योंकि इतने सालों से इतना सारा कंटेंट बना आ रहा है, तो एज सच रिसर्च की ज़रूरत नहीं होती है. द ओनली प्लेस वेयर वी डू हैव हेल्प इज़ यूट्यूब लॉन्ग फॉर्म, सो दैट वी कम अप विद अ नाइस हैप्पी स्क्रिप्ट. वो भी बहुत सारा AI डिपेंडेंट हो गया है. तो शौर्या हु लीड्स आर यूट्यूब, ही डज अ फिनोमिनल जॉब ऑफ कमिंग अप विद दैट स्क्रिप्ट. आप पता ही नहीं कर सकते कि ये एक इंसान ने लिखा है या एक मशीन ने लिखा है. इट्स इनक्रेडिबली वेल डन, and we have of course worked on it a lot to get to that point. But Instagram Reels is mostly curation. तो बहुत बार ऐसा होता है कि मैं रील स्क्रॉल कर रहा हूँ and I'll send it to the team as like, ये रील हमें हिंदी में करनी चाहिए. Simple. There's no, I'm standing on the shoulders of so many people. So really good quality reel, but in English. Not done so well because limited audience है, channel इतना अच्छा नहीं है वगैरह, but really solid content. We'll just do it in Hindi and just credit that reel. I was like, this needs to go out because we really care about not being, oh, हम creator हैं,
तो हमें कुछ नया ही बनाना है.
हाँ, exactly. बिल्कुल भी प्रेशर नहीं है. तो We have a triple C content model. 60% copy, 30% curate, 10% create. कॉपी का मतलब ये नहीं है कि किसी से चुरा लिया. कॉपी का मतलब exactly the same thing that I said. इंग्लिश में हिंदी में करो. So pick up something that is really high quality, attribute it to that and do it. 30% क्यूरेट मतलब बहुत सारे सोर्सेज से जोड़ जोड़ के एक चीज़ बनाओ, किताबों से, मूवीज से, वगैरह वगैरह. सो यू क्रिएट हाई क्वालिटी कंटेंट. एंड ओनली 10% इज ट्रूली क्रिएटेड फ्रॉम माई लाइफ, फ्रॉम माई एक्सपीरियंस, फ्रॉम हाउ इट इज़. क्योंकि पहले मैं इतना सारा क्रिएट करता था कि अब वही क्यूरेशन में अंदर चला गया है.
मेरे को आप एक बात बताओ, क्या लोग आपको ये बोलते हैं कि डूड शट अप विद द ज्ञान? लाइक आई एम सॉरी फॉर माय लैंग्वेज,
नहीं,
बट
please.
बिकॉज आई वांट टू बी अ लिटिल अनफिल्टर्ड हियर.
Sure.
डू एवर पीपल टेल यू कि यार ये क्या ज्ञान दे रहा है,
Of
तो
course.
चुप हो जाना भाई?
Of course, of course.
और पीपल से कि यार स्टॉप विथ योर रेपिटेटिव कंटेंट, एक ही चीज बार बार बोले जा रहा है, कुछ नया बता. हाउ इज इट दैट यू सॉर्ट ऑफ डील विद
So
दिस,
there
एंड
are
हाउ मच ऑफ इट इज ट्रू एक्चुअली?
that's a better question. So there are three layers of comments. One is आपका content repetitive है. That is actually by design. I am not a entertainer. I am not a friend. I am a teacher. तो हर एक content creator के इन 3 रोल में से एक होता है. या तो आप एक टीचर हैं, या एक एंटरटेनर है, या एक दोस्त है. टीचर का काम है एक करिकुलम उठाकर उसको बार बार पढ़ाना. बच्चे आएंगे, पास हो जाएंगे, निकल जाएंगे, जैसे हमारी क्लास में होता था.
फिर सेम सेट ऑफ बच्चे वापस आएंगे.
फिर अलग सेट ऑफ बच्चे आएंगे, उनको सेम चीज़ पढ़ाएंगे आप, वो भी पास हो जाएंगे.
करेक्ट.
तो आप सिर्फ क्लास 7th की टीचर हैं, एंड बच्चे आ रहे हैं, निकल रहे हैं, बच्चे आ रहे हैं, निकल रहे हैं,
आप वही
लेकिन
पढ़ा रहे
आपका
हो.
करिकुलम वही है. दैट इज माई रोल एज अ टीचर. सो बाय डिज़ाइन आई विल बी रेपिटेटिव. और मैं अक्सर ये बोलता हूँ कि अगर मेरा कंटेंट रेपिटेटिव है, कंग्रेचुलेशंस, आप मेरी क्लास से ग्रेजुएट कर चुके हैं. अब आप किसी और टीचर के पास जाइए जो आप डिजर्व करते हैं, और मैं किसी और बच्चे को क्लास में लाऊंगा, बिकॉज दैट्स द वे इट इज़ वर्क. व्हाट हेल्प्स इज कि भारत में स्टूडेंट्स की कमी नहीं है. सो आई नो फॉर द नेक्स्ट 10 years the audience that I'm creating, which is 18 to 30, is not going to die out or reduce in size. It's, if anything, is going to increase in size. So I have no dearth of demand for people who want to learn. So that is number one, which is repetitive. Second is कि यार हर बात पे ज्ञान नहीं घुसाना होता है. Like जिंदगी कभी चिल मोड में भी जी जा सकती है कि भैया है तो है, सड़क पे चीज़ें चल रही हैं, तो उसमें अपना ज्ञान क्यों घुसाना है. And
इंडिया में
I love that
so fun.
because मैं फितरत से वैसा इंसान हूँ. Like I'm really looking for lessons and observations from life. मैं बहुत जिज्ञासु इंसान हूँ. मुझे बहुत पसंद है लोगों से सवाल पूछना, मुझे बहुत पसंद है observe करना, and I can endlessly do that. And that's the same thing that I keep repeating. मैं ये ज़बरदस्ती बैठ के ये नहीं बोलता हूँ कि यार इस स्टोरी में से कैसे कुछ ज्ञान चूज सकते हैं. That's not how it is. It comes naturally. So I'm not going to change that for anything else. And then the third one is that how can you be an expert in everything? Like तुम पर्सनल फाइनेंस पे भी फोकस कर रहे हो, फिर तुम रिलेशनशिप पे भी ज्ञान दे रहे हो, फिर तुम करियर पे भी कुछ बोल रहे हो, फिर तुम यहाँ किसी इसमें भी घुस गए हो. एंड आई लाइक देख, मैं तो एक्सपर्ट नहीं हूँ. मैं तो पहला इंसान होऊंगा हाथ खड़े करके बोलने वाला कि मैं एक्सपर्ट नहीं हूँ. मैं जो भी बोलता हूँ अपने अनुभव से बोलता हूँ. एंड 44 साल का हूँ, तो थोड़ा सा आपको ये समझना पड़ेगा कि शायद आपसे ज़्यादा ज़िंदगी जी है एंड ज़्यादा चीज़ें एक्सपीरियंस करी है. एंड एवरीथिंग दैट आई शेयर इज ऑलवेज फ्रॉम पर्सनल एक्सपीरियंस. देयर इज नो बोरोड कंटेंट. एवरीथिंग इज लिव्ड कंटेंट. एंड आई जस्ट हैपन टू बी समबडी हु इज लिव्ड अ लॉट and lived multiple lives because of the roles that I've played in my past. And that's why I get to have this wide spectrum and range of things that I know about, or at least have a view on. But बहुत सारी ऐसी चीज़ें होंगी जिसमें मैं बिल्कुल भी टिप्पणी नहीं देता हूँ. मुझे कोई फ़र्क नहीं पड़ता, मुझे पता भी नहीं है क्या है. तो if you ask me anything about politics, about
are there any gray areas that you would not, like you would
politics,
never touch?
religion, cricket, for sure.
क्रिकेट भी नहीं?
बिल्कुल भी नहीं.
क्यों?
क्योंकि एक बार मैंने गलती से विदाउट इवन नोइंग, एंड इट वाज कंप्लीटली अ डिजास्टरस मिस्टेक. एंड लाइक इसके बाद नहीं. ये क्रिकेट ना हमारे देश में बहुत जज्बाती चीज़ है.
आपने क्या बोला था
यार? एक ना आई फॉरगेट द नेम एज
वेल. I'm all yours now.
आई थिंक हिज नेम पृथ्वी समथिंग. आई थिंक इट्स पृथ्वी शॉ. आई मे बी रॉन्ग. आप गूगल कर सकते हैं, आपको पता चल जाएगा, क्योंकि बहुत डंडे पड़े थे मुझे. तो किसी ने ना कमेंट किया था कि पृथ्वी शॉ देखिए कि कितने ओवरवेट हैं, फिट नहीं हैं एंड सो ऑन. एंड आई हैड रिस्पॉन्डेड टू दैट कि आई एम श्योर पृथ्वी की मॉम ये बोलती होंगी कि बेटा कितना कमज़ोर हो गया है. बिकॉज इंडियन माएँ चाहे जितना भी मोटा बच्चा हो हमेशा ये बोलती रहती देखो कितना कमज़ोर हो गया, कितना कमज़ोर हो गया. What I didn't realize is that he, if it is Prithvi Shaw, and I'm sorry if that's not him, he had lost his mom when he was 3, which was a deeply insensitive thing to say, and I had no idea of who he is, and of course his background. So that was like, oh man, like that is just so bad, so bad. So
What were the comments that came under?
oh, it was just like absolutely rightful comments कि थोड़ा सा सोच लिया कर बोलने से पहले, मतलब ये है वो है वगैरह वगैरह. Because I had no idea. That was just completely my ignorance, and I accept that. So I apologized and I instantly said that I shouldn't have. I still feel that the comment that I made in jest कि Indian माएँ हर एक बच्चे को बोलती है कि वो कमज़ोर हो गया है, थोड़ा सा खा ले. That is still there because they're not being, no, they're not fat shaming. They're not like,
yeah, of course,
right?
I mean,
they're just being
it's
moms.
Unconditional love, and of
They're
course
just being
there
mom,
is-
like
yeah.
that it is. But of course, for him to have gone through that experience, to the, like that was like just.
I mean, I absolutely agree to the point where you said कि they just like they're just loving beings who just love their kid. तो मतलब अगर मैं येलो के ऊपर पिंक पहन के विद अ ब्राउन बेल्ट पहन के अगर मैं एक खाकी कलर के चप्पल पहन के आ जाऊँ ना, वो भी मोजे के ऊपर, अरे कितना बढ़िया लग रहा है.
बढ़िया लग रहा है. Like,
क्या लग रहा है यार,
नजर
दीपक
ना
मेरा
लग जाए
लाल
लड़के. हाँ, exactly, नजर ना लग जाए.
लिटरली लाल पहन के घूम रहा है. It is just like it is out of my or other anybody's comprehension to actually understand what she means, but I'm
moms,
sure.
yeah, exactly.
मतलब अभी मैं घर गया, my native is Calcutta, so मैं घर गया अभी, पतला हो गया है. And मेरे ना I can like literally see my flabs. I've gained weight a little. तो मैंने कहा, कहती पतला हो गया. मैंने कहा मम्मी weighing machine लेके आओ. Let me fat shame myself in front of you. ये देखो. By any chance
कि आपको ये लग
आपको
रहा है.
अंदाजा है कि ये पतले की निशानी है. आप प्लीज
नहीं तो बॉम्बे में जाके ना तुम खाते नहीं हो,
खाते
ठीक
नहीं
से,
हो,
ऐसे
ये
सब है,
बोलो
घर का
ठीक से
खाना
खा,
अलग है.
बाहर के खाते हो, ये हो.
अब मैं खिलाऊंगी तुम्हें अगले 3 दिन.
हाँ, आलू पराठा.
हाँ, like एकदम भर भर के
3 दिन
एकदम
में आलू पराठा खाओ. जो मैंने ज्ञान दिया वहां जाके इम्प्लीमेंट करना.
हाँ,
अभी तुम
अभी तो
आलू पराठा विद बटर में आ जाओ. You mentioned in a couple of in I think your recent post on LinkedIn, you mentioned at the age of 37 I made my first YouTube video. At the age of 38 I opened an Instagram account. At 41 I published my first book. Now my question to that is, because you've done such interesting things before this, before 37, and now getting into the cool sort of zone where you're like, oh, I'm going to be a creator, ye wo, whatever. Although you've mentioned that you've been writing a blog ever since like 11-12 years now. I want to understand from you, what is this with specifically this country, India, where people collate age with outcome. कि यार 25 तक कुछ नहीं हुआ तो तुम्हारी जिंदगी बर्बाद है. 37 में तुम YouTube वीडियो लॉन्च कर रहे हो. Have you gone nuts? Like what's wrong with you? At 41 why are you writing a book? Who's going to read? So what is this obsession with age and outcome in this country like ours? And what have you and have you faced any repercussions or anything that you've heard from people around?
नहीं, I haven't, but I completely agree with you दीपक कि हमारे बहुत सारे और कल्चर्स में भी है, लेकिन हमारे कल्चर में बहुत डोमिनेंट है that we put a time stamp to life goals कि 25 तक ये, 30 तक ये, 35 तक ये, 40 तक ये and so on. And a large reason for that in my experience is कि historically अगर ये चीज़ें इस समय तक नहीं होती तो बहुत मुश्किल था इन चीज़ों का बाद में होना.
Okay.
Because the country was very different and the world was very different and the times were very different. So for example, अगर कोई डॉक्टर, लॉयर, CA, इंजीनियर नहीं बनता तो उनकी ज़िंदगी बहुत मुश्किल होती. अगर कोई सब कुछ छोड़ के बॉम्बे चला गया बॉलीवुड का हिस्सा बनने के लिए तो उनकी ज़िंदगी बहुत मुश्किल होती. अगर कोई गायक बन गया, लेखक बन गया, तो उनकी ज़िंदगी बहुत मुश्किल होती. And that was nothing to do with the talent that that person had. It was simply to do with the opportunities that existed, the conditions under which those opportunities will come in the first place, and the predictability of outcome. And the same way, अगर किसी की शादी इस उम्र तक नहीं होगी तो बहुत मुश्किल था फिर बाद में शादी होना. अगर किसी के बच्चे समय तक नहीं होते तो बहुत मुश्किल था उन बच्चों को फिर पला पलोस के बड़ा करना. अगर किसी का घर इस समय तक नहीं बन जाता तो बहुत मुश्किल था बाद में घर खरीदना. So on and so forth. I think over years has become the conditioning that there is a timestamp to life goals. What's changed is, of course, the pace at which these life goals can be hit and the time people have to hit those life goals as well. So it's बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग सा कॉम्बिनेशन जहाँ आप एक्चुअली इन लाइफ गोल्स को बहुत जल्दी पा सकते हैं. तो इफ़ यू वांट यू कैन मे बी बाय अ हाउस टुडे. इफ़ यू वांट यू कैन do all the things that your father may not be able to do even at the age of 40, 50 today itself at the age of 20s. But interestingly, you don't want to do them so fast if you had that choice.
Correct.
I don't want to get married at 25. I don't want to have kids at 27. I don't want to buy a house at 30 and put up with that loan for the rest of my life. I'm willing to wait it out. I'm willing to go down that path where जिंदगी enjoy करेंगे, अपने पैसे enjoy करेंगे, खुद के लिए थोड़ा सा जिएंगे, knowing very well that I can get there faster. So बहुत interesting सा ये एक balance अभी form हुआ है. It will tilt in one direction or the other after a generation or two. But right now there is this nice healthy conflict, if I will say so, कि लोग जल्दी वो चीज़ें हासिल कर सकते हैं लेकिन वो चाहकर उनको लेट कर रहे हैं because they feel कि ज़िंदगी खुद के लिए जीनी चाहिए और अच्छे से जीनी चाहिए. But the obsession with timelines is largely a factor, in my opinion, of how things were in the past and where things, if they didn't work by that time, rarely worked out.
Got it. But things have changed, I'm sure.
Things have remarkably
I mean,
changed. Like,
yeah.
अब तो इतना कुछ फ़र्क ही नहीं पड़ता है कि कौन क्या कर रहा है, कितने समय तक कर रहा है,
Correct.
क्या है. It becomes a personal choice. और अभी भी एक लेयर है हमारे देश का जहाँ ये टाइम स्टैम्प्स बहुत sacrosanct है. लेकिन शहरों में आप देखेंगे कि ये टाइमलाइंस बहुत फ्लेक्सिबल हो चुकी हैं.
Got it.
And there is, in some way, coexistence of these ideas.
Got it. Last two questions. One, you mentioned in a couple of your posts that at 37 you were broke.
Yeah. 39.
39 you were broke. Really? I mean, I want to get to the idea of how were you broke at 39?
Yeah, I was
Because having
broke.
done like a lot of things.
So the reason was very simple. All of my savings until that point, I had put into my own startup nearby. I was on paper a millionaire because I had equity of the company, but that equity doesn't mean to anything क्योंकि उसका कोई खरीदार नहीं है, so it doesn't translate into actual cash. And because I had stepped down as the CEO of Nearby at the age of 39, I did not have a steady income stream as well at that point. तो मेरे पास कोई income flow नहीं था. मेरा सारा investment और सारी savings उस point पे मेरे startups में
But
थी.
you didn't have any other investment at
I
39?
did not have
What are
any
you
other
saying?
Nothing. I was so stupid that I'd put all of my money into startups, not just Nearby, but other startups as
There
well.
were no other investments.
There were no other investments made. The only other investments were my wife's investment, which
But no FDs as well.
FD तो मैंने जिंदगी में
Of
नहीं
course.
करी कभी. ये
red flag,
सवाल
shit,
यही trick question.
Oh yes.
हाँ.
Oh yes.
FD आज तक नहीं
Correct,
करी
correct,
है.
correct.
तो
As a natural flow, I'm sure I would have asked. Oh shit.
नहीं.
Anyway,
but, हाँ,
got it.
so,
हाँ.
so that was the reality, and then COVID happened, तो सब कुछ ही डामाडोल हो गया, and then started all over again and built.
What is it?
whatever it is.
What are a couple of things that you've done differently post COVID?
अरे I've done so many things differently. है तो जैसे I think the biggest difference is the way that I'm running the startup now. It's WebVeda, and that's the startup that I run. It's completely bootstrapped, not venture funded. Don't intend to raise any money. It's completely remote. There's no office. It's completely async. So there are no meetings in the company, nothing whatsoever. People don't have to attend anything. There are no ESOPs. Everybody gets profit sharing every quarter. जो भी cash company बनाती है, that's redistributed back to the company. So it's a strong departure from how I've run startups in the past. जहाँ heavily funded, ESOP, office, बहुत
Correct.
सारी meetings, ये सब वगैरह. Completely at the other end of the spectrum.
Interesting. two things about Vari Crew. If you were to comment on Vari Crew,
I love the team, man. It is so Varicrew is the name of the team that we have. It's a spin on my last name, and the team is 13 people, which includes Ruchi and me, so 11 people outside of the two of us. Very closely knit team. We go for an offsite every 3 months. We're going to Shillong next week, and we love each other. It's a very young, healthy mix of individuals.
कुछ annoying habit बता दो Vari Crew के बारे में.
कुछ wrong habit.
Annoying.
ओ अनोइंग हैबिट
हाँ.
एक अनोइंग हैबिट उनकी है एंड उसका जिम्मेदार काफ़ी हद तक मैं ही हूँ. मैं उनको बहुत बिगाड़ के रखता हूँ.
Like
तो बहुत सारी पर्क्स प्रिविलेजेस दिए हुए
वो
हैं.
बिगड़ जाते हैं.
बहुत हर एक इंसान इन सब चीज़ों को देख के बिगड़ जाता है. तो मैं ना उनको ये बोलता हूँ कि तुम ये भूल जाते हो कि तुम पैसे भी कमाते हो, तो तुम गरीब नहीं हो.
हाँ.
तो ना ये छोटी छोटी चीज़ें मांगना बंद करो. ये ना कि अरे ये 400 रुपए का कुछ अगर हमें मिल जाता सॉफ्टवेयर या लाइक
अच्छा ऐसा भी है.
ऐसा भी है. लाइक तो ये ना ये गरीबियत के माइंडसेट से निकलना पड़ेगा.
हाँ.
तुम अमीर हो, तुम्हारे पास बहुत पैसा है, तुम खुद
हाँ.
के चीज़ों पे पैसा खर्च कर सकते हो. हर एक
हाँ.
चीज़ कंपनी से नहीं लानी होती है. तो वो एक अनोइंग हैबिट है जो मैं अक्सर उनको उकसाता रहता हूँ, बोलता रहता हूँ, गेट रिड ऑफ इट बिकॉज यू डोंट वांट टू गेट इनटू दैट मोड ऑफ ओवर डिपेंडेंस ऑन समबडी हु इज
Correct.
फंडिंग योर लाइफस्टाइल.
Correct.
Just pay
Do
for
you
your own
spend?
things.
Would you spend money if on a product that enhances your lifestyle in terms of
हाँ.
like tech or whatever?
Yeah, absolutely. I
And
would
that is
happily.
why primarily because it makes your life easier.
हाँ, exactly. I spend a lot of money on tech, not gadgets, but software mostly to just make my life more efficient. And
Awesome.
हमारी टीम का भी यही है. Software bills are the biggest line item, more than even payroll.
Got it. Awesome. Since you are a podcaster as well, I'd want you to ask me the last question, and that's how we wrap the show. Essentially, that's what we always do with our guests.
Lovely.
We urge the guest to ask the host a question, and then we wrap up the
Perfect.
show.
My question to you, Deepak, would be what is it that you figured after doing 100 episodes of The Chill Hour that would not or never have been obvious when you started?
Oh, tons of things. I have a list that I can go on, but
What's the biggest thing that hit you?
that I can be consistent and I can reap rewards if I were to be this consistent.
Nice.
And why wasn't I this consistent with anything else before in life? Like, this is probably every Friday at 6 our episode goes live, and it has to go live without fail. Whether I'm sitting in Delhi or in Noida or in Thailand or in England, wherever, whichever part of the country I'm in, an episode has to go live on every Friday by hook or by crook.
Nice.
There is nothing that can default that.
Lovely.
So I think that is where our team has been very strong there. And it's not just my credit, it's the entire team's credit, where we are like, we have to go live with each episode every Friday. Since inception, which is like May 2023, we've missed out on 2 episodes. We've missed out on 2 Fridays, which was December of 23 and Jan of 24, which is like back-to-back 2 weeks.
Sure.
But that's it. Like 29 December and 6th Jan were the 2 Fridays we missed. But other than that, we've not missed
That's incredible,
a single
man.
Friday. And that's something that we take immense pride in.
Absolutely.
Because consistency trumps everything. Every single thing in life, I think consistency trumps it all. And I've seen the benefits of it. So like you mentioned, consistent raho, that's how I'm going to be on the show.
Yes.
So probably, which is why we were doing it. But yeah, that's been the biggest learning curve for us. And you know that every piece of content will not work.
Yeah.
So keep experimenting. 100 episodes into the show now, we know, sort of have an idea of what might work, what might not work. We're just testing the waters at this point. I know it's an expensive mode to be testing the waters in, but so be it. Like, I'm okay doing that.
Exactly.
So yeah, that's been the
Lovely,
biggest learning so
Well,
far.
credit to you. Kudos to you as well and your team. बहुत बढ़िया. 100 is no mean feat, and you'll be one of the very few podcasters, not just in India but in the world, to have shipped out 100 episodes with this consistency.
Awesome. I'd love to believe so. आपको कैसा लगा शो पे आके?
बहुत बढ़िया.
How different was it from any other podcast that you've done? क्या एक चीज बहुत अच्छी लगी, क्या एक चीज सबसे बेकार लगी जो हमें एलिमिनेट कर देना चाहिए?
No, I think what I don't think there's anything to eliminate, but what I really liked was it was genuinely true to its name, Chill Hour. Like it's endless banter across multiple topics. ऐसा कोई एजेंडा नहीं है, कोई forced specificity नहीं है, and that is what really lends itself to a healthy viewing and healthy conversation in a podcast. You know, agenda nahi hai, you're just covering life.
Correct.
And one thing takes you to another, and it felt like कि questions भी rehearsed nahi the, they were just a reaction to my answers, and that I
would love
personally
to
like
believe
it.
so. It would.
No,
it was, it was a good thing.
I really felt that. I really felt that कि ऐसा कुछ ये नहीं था कि अच्छा ठीक है जो आपका आंसर था वो तो था लेकिन मेरा अगला सवाल ये है. Like वो नहीं
that
होना
way,
चाहिए, because
got it.
I really I don't enjoy those conversations. Right? It's like वो एक set pattern है, and what I'm saying doesn't mean anything.
Fair,
But यहाँ I felt like every answer led to the next question and the next question and the next question.
Lovely.
And that was wonderful.
Thank you so much, Ankur, for being a part of the show.
Thank you, Deepak.
आप इंट्रो आउट्रो कर दो इस कैमरा पे, बोल दो चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करने, बिकॉज मेरी बात लोग सुनते नहीं है, आपकी बात सुन लेंगे लोग.
Awesome. This is Ankur Variku. I just finished a fascinating conversation with Deepak on the Chill Hour. And if you liked it, I would love for you to like, share, and subscribe. Not just this video, but the channel as well. All the best.
This is so great to have a creator on board that you can do. You can let the creator
Like one
do the
take.
outro. One take creator, khatam. End of the story. But thank you so much, Ankur, for being a part of the show. I had a blast. I had a lovely conversation with you.
Thank you.
I would love to believe that you had a good
I did.
conversation as
I
well.
did. Absolutely.
To those people watching, I'm sure you know what the deal is. We have Ankur on the show. I'm sure you enjoyed the conversation. He's already told you to subscribe to the channel. So what are you even doing? I'm going to attach Ankur's links in the description for the minute set of people who are not following him. Please do that. I'm going to attach his socials, his Tinder, Bumble, if he's on those platforms. But if not, you know what to do. Thank you so much for watching. We come up with a fresh new episode every Friday at 6 p.m. So we have a second channel called Deepak Parekh Clips. So we post short snippets of the main channel on that channel. So go subscribe to that as well. But thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next Friday, same time, 6 p.m. Till then, it's a wrap. Thank you so much for watching.